Yes, and to your point about picking the meta team, which we might see in a second, but when you're juggling so many games, usually you do want to stick with what's the cheap stuff, the top tier. So it makes sense. It's not as high maintenance. You don't have to necessarily spend a lot of time practicing the team. And yeah, just to your point, Isla, Shun'ei, and Benimaru is going to be on the part of Basher, and Supergrenas is going to be holding it down with Yashiro, Ramon, and Chris. So two parts of CYS, and then Ramon there just kind of wandering his way backstage at the CYS concert. But we'll see if they can hold it down with the rest of the team, or will the meta reign supreme. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
man.
get it
Like
started here. Just KOF
in
number
the
2.
end, both Orochi Chris and Ramon getting buffed in this last installment. So that's good to see. And of course, Basher trying to start super strong with Shun'ei. But let's see, because that counter hit, it's going to start those CDs. Now you are fishing for them, man. Because this new patch, you have to continue the damage, the offense. Double roll out of there from Basher. It seems that Supergrenas is smelling blood, my friend.
Yeah, when you got that point in Yashiro and you've got your opponent on the back foot, you're trying to just do anything that you can and get any offense you can started with the EXDP, but we're going to go right over with the anti-air. But we roll right on through the CD, put them right back in the corner, and go right to where we left off. But the reversal level 1 to get on out of there, neither of them want to hold down back against the other, because both of them very tight in this point characters, very good at keeping the momentum and the snowball rolling down the hill. Now we jostle for neutral, and the buffs to the counter hit JCD, enabling that conversion for Yashiro to close the round. So more, I guess, hits done, or more time in the air and more time to confirm, and that's how Yashiro was able to close it, bringing out Mr. Nikaido.
Indeed, the man with eternal improvement. Benimaru didn't like himself before, and he has been training hard, getting better and better each next patch. But Supergrenas is really not allowing anything to happen. Already 60% of the health is grown against the corner. Fastly Basher press some buttons, but again he gets into the corner, and of course Supergrenas is going to make the most out of it, not allowing him to get out. Nice backdash just to leave a little bit of extra ground. The slash is not gonna hit. Supergrenas is playing this wildly and in a complete harassment. Look at the guard break. It's right there. Sadly unable to capitalize with the kill, but with that cheap damage, Supergrenas is here making statements and taking names so far.
Unbelievable display from the point, Yashiro. Like you were saying, just holding down their foot on the gas pedal, not letting up at all, even breaking the guard when they had the chance once Benimaru was depleted of resources. And we're looking for a similar situation here again, and try to get a little bit too overzealous there, trying to keep their turn up, stealing it with the DP on the minus frames, but Isla gonna be able to get on out of their Farsi level 1, and now putting Supergrenas closer to the corner, and still being able to fight their way out is Supergrenas, but the Farsi once again going to enable Isla and Basher to get things started for themselves and to finish out the round and actually getting rid of the Yashiro. So now Ramon going to come in here, and this is still very doable here for Basher. A very strong character, still a good amount of bar and full life.
Oh yeah, let's see if Ramon can bring it for the fans. Oh yeah, el pechazo. The star press, here we go, not picking her up yet. Maintaining the pressure still, look at this. Absolutely active player, becoming a madman, insane player. Supergrenas is trying to really control everything, even with the trades. Here we go, with a charge kick. Not enough to start anything, but yet denying Basher some game, finally getting out of there. We are gonna have the setup. And my dear, ooh, that was nasty. Finally, Basher starting some of his own, proving that Isla is the best character in the game and able to take out that Ramon. Sadly for the fans, is unable to deliver the glory. And now, Soma, Chris is here, Orochi Chris is here to seal the deal.
Yep, you mentioned the buffs going in here, and oh my gosh, we can talk about the buffs a little bit later. That cross-up got nerfed, but it's still 2 for 2, and now going on the same side, so technically a 3 for 3. We're shooting Ray Allen at the line right now. Oh my goodness gracious, I said Basher was nowhere near out of it, and they have just been absolutely amazing with his anchor Isla, but the tried and true smooth criminal slide gonna steal it away as soon as Isla was getting any sort of momentum there, just 4 bars in a dream. We just slide on in there, hit a couple buttons, and go into the quick max. And Supergrenas going to stop the train that was coming down the tracks. That was Isla and Basher to take the first game in our first set. So the Isla was doing work, but Yashiro was already putting them at a very good position to close things out. And even though Ramon didn't really do too much, when you got Chris in the back pocket with some meter, anything is possible.
You're completely right. And in the end, as you say, Basher finally removed that nerves from himself. He was feeling a little bit stiff. Let's see if now he can keep that momentum going. He got the first point against him, of course, but now he's trying to play with Shun'ei, and that's the good stuff. Good defense work here by Supergrenas. Those back rolls are going to be a little bit dangerous later. Basher himself is committing the same sin, but Supergrenas was unable to catch it. Then again, trying to catch something with those air-to-airs, but nothing is happening. Oh! It's very specific situation over there with the guard break. Finally, a little bit of good luck for Basher. And now he has Supergrenas against the corner until he gets out of there.
Yeah, the good luck running out, unfortunately, but still able to block the JC and the side switch, enabling them to guard cancel to put them up against the wall, but we're still going to get on out of there with the 2C. So Yashiro continuing the point dominance that they had in the first game. Benimaru is going to have to get a little bit more mileage done to help Isla out so she doesn't have a mountain of a task like she did in the first game. But like we're seeing it right now, Supergrenas has been so good at just occupying the space just outside of the effective range of Benimaru and still being able to use those great brawler buttons that he has to get in and get started. Because look at where you are right now. You're trying to get out of the corner, but we're waiting on the other end with the throw.
No!
Into the frame trap, and we're going to go right into the level 1. OTG not going to be enough, but the chip is. So Yashiro, again, starting off or picking up right where he left off in the first game. Isla once again going to have to do a reverse sweep to make some magic happen.
Basher unable to get that momentum that he was able to pick up with Shun'ei. But now let's see. Of course, Supergrenas is feeling everything is going on his favor. Nice anti over here, but even better the counter attack by Supergrenas, who is going to land that level 1 and going to get the setup. Same side, left or right, what's the answer? On the same side, and no mix-up, Soma. It's going to be able to take out Basher. We are gonna get a full health Isla. He's back into the game. Then again, this looks like the best character from Basher.
Yeah, unbelievably, yeah. I was wondering how good the Benimaru was going to do, but unfortunately it has been a non-factor. But when you have 3 hands like you do with Isla and Amanda, you have, well, 4 hands technically. You have enough hands for each character. Oh. And Ramon trying to give some hands to Isla right now, trying to do the Eddie Guerrero frog splash. Nothing doing though. The Luisillo trying to go a little bit free bird on the corner right now. And look at what we're trying to do here with this corner pressure. Just keeping it safe, keeping it nice. Hopping over the far C, but not able to do anything with the punish. So we're just returning to neutral right now. And this is something that Basher may want to figure out. Do we sort of command space at neutral, or do we go in and try to get as much damage done and get some health back early on in that timer? And we've got the hard knockdown Colt. What are we doing? We're missing on the other end.
A little bit of weird, the Mista Concito over there by Basher, finally with the extra reach and instant confirmation. And Basher yet again with his Isla is able to bring us to the last character. Of course, this Orochi Chris has been a complete menace, and with those 2 bars, that's a lot of pasta, a lot of salsa to implement right here. Let's see if he can do something. That was a dangerous roll, Soma. And Basher is out of there and starting his own game. Ooh,
yep. Oh
no!
Okay. Oh my gosh! But we're still going to be able to get the 4th throw there after the fact, and just a trade on these JCDs. That's what you're going to really be fishing for, either that slide or that JCD. Got to be very aware of what option Basher's going to want to throw out if we're going to close it out. But Basher still is going to get that far C to push Chris into the corner, get the EX, and go into, oh, actually, they're not going to tech roll, but got the far C to challenge the slide. Going into it, 1 more hit, but we forward throw on out of there, go on the other end to get out of the Hell's Zone, and we're just going to sit on back. What are we doing? We're going to let the level 3 rock!
Wow, what did he saw? Supergrenas trying to predict something or maybe react? Watching beyond what was obvious, but there was nothing there. Basher is going to take us to game number 3. A great way to start this stream. A great way to kick off this fight. Isla with the reverse 3-0 over Supergrenas and trying to pick it up. As we say hi to everyone on the chat right now. To Silvera, to Yurikov, to Spartan, to Smiley, and El Richie. Saludos al Richie. And everyone who is coming here to the stream. Thank you very much for bringing those guys. Later we can do some Spanish to rock around the stream. But so far, the one who wants to rock this is Basher, who is trying to deliver some statements. But yet again, Yashiro is his nightmare, my dear Soma.
Yeah, what are we talking about Rock for? City of Wolves beta isn't coming out for a couple of days. We're playing some KOF, and we're playing some Yashiro Nanakase gaming right now. And we're just putting them in the corner. And again, this is something that we've seen in Game 1 and Game 2.
Oh,
now
no.
we're getting a little bit of time to throw them on out of the frame trap attempt with the overhead. Oh, but that is such a dangerously unfortunate miss on the anti-air, but still not enough to put you into the death zone. And great clutch guard cancel roll to prevent the chip. And now we get started with the Shun'ei mix. The 2C buffs going into the mix, nothing doing. The advanced strike just throwing down all on out of there. Thank you, SNK, for giving me everything that I need to work with to get this Yashiro on out of here. So Shun'ei finally taking the point war, and Basher showing signs of life early.
And with the magic pixel, nonetheless. Oh, sadly he got the CD, but not fast enough to confirm it. Supergrenas on the other side wants to take out this Shun'ei. He had the chance right there, but the frames were treacherous and didn't deliver the right timing. Don't touch me, boy. Finally, with the close D, is going to take the round. But still, that's a big situation because Benimaru has never faced Ramon before, right? In this match, like Basher has been completely taken out with that Yashiro. Finally, as you were wishing, Soma, we are going to see his Benimaru, his Mr. Nikaido, as you put it on the first time we saw him. We are going to finally see what he can do.
I have other names for this character, but I'm just gonna keep it very clean here for the chat because I like being employed. But here we go. We like getting that anti-air DP as well, but great jump over I believe that was the close C, and Ramon just gonna go right on over there, taking to the skies like an eagle. And here we go, taking to the skies with another frog splash, the cross up. Oh my gosh, yeah, we said that Ramon was not familiar with Mr. Benimaru, but now they are very familiar with what that cross up JC can do, and Isla has been no stranger to the stream so far, but this time a little bit less of a Herculean task, made it even easier with the EX dive. Gonna be blocked, and now we go into the hard knockdown. Are we 4 for 4? Are we going some Wendy's? Nah, we're gonna go up and get a little bit of a murder on the other end, and Ramon gonna be able to start something right now for Supergrenas.
Oh, please don't talk about burgers right now. I am a little bit hungry. Supergrenas keeping Isla perfectly against the corner. Basher has to spend a lot of resources to get out of there. Finally, with a big chest press, and the pressure is still on. Supergrenas doesn't want to go to that Orochi Chris match. He wants to finish this right now, and with the big kick right in the perfect moment, getting the counter. This time the wall splash is going to happen. And there you go. The victory the fans were waiting for. Viva Mexico, he would say. There is Supergrenas winning with Ramon. The West Coast being represented right here. Opening out with Clark. Love to see that, like, when you have that self-trust that this want to work, and you are bringing the karate chop. Sadly, the timing was off for that Argentina backbreaker, but still working in his head. Look, come to me, bro. It's going. He's try that all night long. Like, he's delivering us the menu right now. You are gonna eat of this beef. You're gonna eat from this magnificent man. Oh, but let's see. ItzThxshh is waking up too, trying to do something right here. Come here, bro.
Look, if you first you don't succeed, try again. And we definitely tried it twice after the whiffed attempt on the first go around. And Clark is already getting the leverage from those successful attempts. Just gonna throw out that far D and stop a jumping Rio Sakazaki from trying to make their way in, trying to stop the grappler from doing grappler things. But now the zoner is going to have to be the archetype that normally gives grapplers some problems. But Clark and Shermie have been on very different power dynamics throughout the life of this game, but we will see if Trash is able to make some treasure out of Shermie here with the health lead and plenty of time to zone him out. Oh my gosh, but here comes the forward throw. Now we are in there trying to get a level 1, but we just crouch right underneath it.
The proof of no invincibility is given right there. El cuate con el flash mexicano trying to come forth. Trata de abrazar a la belleza. No se lo permita. Ahí está el CD. It's going to take him out. I'm going to be switching into English and Spanish for all of our viewers. As you wish. But finally, ItzThxshh is able to take out that Clark, and it wasn't that costly, man. And also they are quite even in terms of resources. So right now, ItzThxshh is making things even.
In comes the Haohmaru, a bit of a guest character from Sam Show coming in on here, but looking pretty comfy lately in this new patch. Got some really nice buffs, and you might be seeing it right now. The level 2 to call out the chef's kiss from Shermie, but who's cooking is Haohmaru, but another person has entered the kitchen right here with the Shermie, putting them in the corner. Not the scariest corner pressure in the world, and we challenge it thusly, getting the DP on out of there, converting into the level 1, and Haohmaru, like I said, looking very cozy in the KOF streets right now.
Oh, those big chops. Slicing and dicing indeed. Let's see what Sylvie can do. A fantastic closing character. Oh, but she got trapped into the tornado. Against the corner, let's see. Kuate is trying to fight his way out. He's finally going to land it. All the way from Guanajuato, Mexico. And going to land the hits, not reaching. But still, like, bringing a lot of unorthodox, as you were saying, not only the character selection is unorthodox, but also his gameplay. Finally, ItzThxshh is going to land here, and this is going to lead a lot of damage. He's going to spin the bar. I totally agree, Soma. This is what you have to do.
Absolutely. You got to pay the premium to get the character on out of there and as early as possible so you get as much health as you can back. Went underneath the 40-second mark, but still got a generous helping of life to their name. But in comes Maxima, yet another unorthodox pick here. But Sylvie has been very good offensively against Haohmaru. It might be a little bit different with the guard point from Maxima, and we're swinging on in there with the big old hammer fist, doing it one more time. And there you go, the armor on the air vapor cannon, beating out the DP invincibility. So the Maxima with all the guard point in the world to claim game 1 kuate over ItzThxshh. So Maxima coming in and just absolutely showing the unique traits and how to use them effectively against a strong character like Sylvie Paula. But you know, when you know how to use the tools of your character, tier list can go out the window because sometimes the specialist can just still get it done, especially in a favorable state like they had there.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Maxima proving himself to be that jack of all trades for kuate KOF, finishing this hard. Proving us that, as you say, like, it's about the player, it's not about the character, right? Like, so many cases in the FGC keep delivering that message. Of course, there's people who love to win easy, but let's see, vámonos en español, al menos un ratito. En esta batalla de rubios empieza rápido y con la confianza del mundo va a hacer el command grab, se va a quedar del mismo lado, no va por los mix-ups cochinotes, se termina comiendo el pastelazo otra vez con el CD, viene hacia adelante, ItzThxshh, le está empezando a salir todo, no es trash, es calidad, hasta que me lo agarran y lo sacan de la esquina, va a salir peleando el kuate KOF. Soma, give them some English treatment too.
Again, lástima action there. A little bit of a shame going on right there as they go right over the armored command grab again, once again, similar to what was going on with game 1. No matter how you spell it, though, this Clark can actually get some damage done right now. But the Rio on the other end has just been saying, I speak a little bit of damage on my own end. But the Frankensteiner run up once again. Kuate showing they are unafraid at all to just come up and get the command grab. Not going to be quite enough to kill. I might have lied to y'all, chat, but nothing is more truthful than a nice hug from the man Clark still, because it won't lie to you. It will do exactly what it set out to do, and that is absolutely ruin your Tuesday night.
I don't know, man. Thanks don't lie. That's for sure. And the thanks from Mr. Steel for sure are truthful in a deal. Trying to find something right here. The headbutt finally to get Clark out of there. Let's see. This is the strategic change from ItzThxshh. Like, bringing Sylvie into the second position, trying to do something against this Haohmaru. But last time I saw Haohmaru very solid against Sylvie. So let's see if it works for the representatives of the Stars and the Stripes right here. Big buttons being pressed by kuate KOF, and finally, the compromise, it's finally punished.
We're still finding our way out of the corner, so you're seeing kuate be very aggressive, but we're gonna match that with the Shatter Strike on the other end, not able to get the full conversion after it, and that unfortunately lets them get thrown out of the corner, giving Haohmaru some chance and some breathing room, and now we just go right on out there. So kuate still gonna smell blood, even with the health lead, but still finding a way to command space. With these jumping normals, a good attack there by Trash, but still in the danger zone in terms of chip. A couple of more attacks can do it, but we're gonna get a little bit hasty, and again, run right into what kuate was representing that entire round, which was control that airspace, which has been what ItzThxshh has gone to. And of course, it's KOF. We're loving to hop around, but kuate is saying you're going to have to hop and jump a little bit better. I might have seen this a few times.
Yeah, man. The reach from Haohmaru right here, like not allowing. It doesn't matter in what part of the jump ItzThxshh is, like from the start, on the top of the top on the screen, on the middle side of the air. He is ready for this kind of stuff. Oh, sadly, for kuate, the CD is going to hit, and now ItzThxshh has the positioning. No, he got into the corner. Now the prediction is perfect by kuate, who takes a time to decide what's the right combo to perform, and he goes with a lot of damage over there with a few resources. I like what this Haohmaru is showing us. Let's see if we can see more of him during the tournament. But so far, Shermie with the control on the far side of the... There is no health on kuate. He's trying to survive, going with the slide to prevent any kind of damage. Finally, he gets the cut. But this is what you can do when you are a character specialist. You can see that kuate, it's in deep, intimate relationship with all of his characters.
Absolutely, and you're gonna be very familiar with this plasma that's coming right out of the chest of Maxima. I was about to say, how can Shermie turn it around, but kuate not even letting me get a word out, and not even letting Shermie get that kiss out, because kuate and the Maxima once again closing things in short order and closing the door on ItzThxshh's winner run with a 2-0 win on the back of Mr. Maxima. Like you were saying, Colt,
you
the
can't
character specialist coming through. Yeah, there you go. Because normally we see the Yamazaki at mid, but I believe that with Dolores and Shun'ei being two characters that Yamazaki doesn't necessarily like to deal with, just saying, hey, if Yamazaki goes out of the way, I got Rio, I've got Benimaru, two characters with DPs, so that I don't have to hold all of that smothering offense that Dolores and Shun'ei can show out. And Dolores might get a chance to get started here with the forward throw. So what makes her so hard to deal with for Yamazaki is that she's very good, as we get the command grab right there, holding Yamazaki on the back foot. She's very good at stopping characters that have to be committal with their movement options. And Yamazaki, one of the slower characters in the cast, has to be very careful about how he approaches and how he navigates around what Dolores is representing. And you're already seeing a lot of damage being represented on that life bar of Yamazaki. And now we can just be a little bit more patient here. But here comes Lokof, and the Pit Viper is the great equalizer right here. Trying to go for a little bit of a command grab reset there, but nothing doing here. We're no one home. But we're still going to get on out of there, punishing the Shatter Strike with the Snake Strike. And we're just jostling for who can close it out here, trying to do it with the level 1, but nobody home. Once again, ZEUS is going to take the point war with the Dolores, and now the Rio is going to have to clean up what the GOAT without the coat couldn't do.
The beautiful Enchantress from the desert is going to take the match. Now the hard worker from the dojo will have to prove that he is the one to take the spot for Geese at Lokof's team. Ooh, and that's not going to prove it. Great reaction over there by ZEUS, delivering the crumple, but not enough to kill, not enough to confirm. Now on the middle side of the stage, air to air, perfect confirmation. Don't jump against Dolores, that's the lesson. And here we see Lokof feeling the pain against Dolores, trying to finish it up, but is he able to do it? Is he able to finish his plate? Finally, he does it with the crouching D. But if it's too late, because those are almost two characters gone for Lokof, and ZEUS is looking indeed divine.
Shun'ei coming in now and can get anything off of a basic touch here. Even if it doesn't kill, it just leads right into some very strong pressure, very strong mix. And as you can see, we get the slow run up into that close C. Oh, but we're just gonna go empty parry into the Lagia 214 BD at $150,000. It might be able to steal me a mid battle right now and put them into the corner right now. Lokof not having a lot of bar to their name, but oh, I was gonna say it had a chance with the 2A there from Shun'ei, just now challenging and saying, hey, look, if I get tagged, it's not gonna hurt as much as if he had more meter. And now Benimaru going to have to do what he can to get rid of both Shun'ei and Whip, but ZEUS looking very strong right now.
And very rich, man. Like, he still has 3 bars for these 2 characters. One, of course, incoming if one of them gets knocked out. And against the corner, Lokof is going to fight his way out, finishing the series with a flash, going for the Benimaru Collider. And in the end, the Super Giro kick is going to take it. Vamos a pasarnos español. Son 5 barrotas las que trae ZEUS. Quiere dejar caer el rayo y el trueno. Con esa whip, la disciplina se tendrá que poner a favor de la belleza militar. Por ahí de nuevo. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Soma. This is gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah, a little bit of irony right here. Lokof being hit with a little bit of the ZEUS magic right now, saying Benimaru likes to throw out the thunder and the lightning, but look who you're talking to. I command the skies, I command these elements, and I command the might of voodoo to get a perfect round on the anchor battle there. So a quick max mode combo and then just finishing things out with the simple EX, B, and B, and any letters that you spell it, it's going to have a W in it for round 1. ZEUS taking game 1 over Lokof.
I was telling you, man, this whip, there are a lot of stories, a lot of defeats being taken by her all around Mexico. ZEUS has always had this staple character on his hands. There is a change in order for Lokof. I totally agree. Opening up with Benimaru against Dolores, who is going to be way better. And normally you see Lokof having Yamazaki as his anchor. So I do like this change of strategy from Lokof. Both of these players have a lot of years, a lot of experience, so it's going to be normal to see them adapting one over the other. Ooh, missing the command grab by the own Benimaru Collider. So Soma, this looks like another Lokof. It looks like he has woken up.
Yeah, absolutely. Switching Benimaru to the point, like you said, might be a very good adaptation to what happened in that first game. Yamazaki, like I mentioned, has a tough time getting started against Dolores. And on one end, as we get the Benimaru point victory, so now already looking better in this game too. On one hand, I understand why the original rationale was just saying, hey, if Yamazaki goes down first, I have 2 characters with better defense in the back pocket against very good offensive characters. But if you can start off with a victory on the point war and get Dolores on out of there, it becomes a little bit less on the other 2 characters. And you're seeing that happen right now because Benimaru has a little bit more to work with here now that Dolores is down and couldn't quite get the max roll confirmed to Shun'ei. And this is how Lokof and Mr. Nikaido can get something started here against ZEUS. And we're going to DP on out of the mix attempt and blocking the second time around, but you cannot do it in a 3, but we couldn't get the confirm on the other end. This defense here from Lokof has just been stalwart.
Yeah, man. Vámonos con la voz de la raza. Uy, ahí trataba de cachar algo con la Super Giro Kick, pero el cambio de ritmo de ZEUS, saltando primero en neutral y después hacia adelante, le termina rompiendo la cadera al del Clan del Mal, al de la Ciudad de México. Aún así está muchísimo más parejo que la última vez. Hace rato Río tuvo que hacer mucha chamba, ahora se enfrenta otra vez al chamaco de los audífonos. Al niño chino, como le decimos a veces, viene el pastelazo, no termina de conectar, nada más para mantenerlo safe. Otra vez ahí trata de ir hacia adelante en estos momentos. ZEUS pareciera ser que le urge encontrar ese impacto, está intentando los CDs para pegar en counter en el aire, no se lo permite Lokof, no le está entregando nada, está jugando ese estilo frío que le gusta, con el que congela y controla Soma. I am telling the people that this is one of the Lokof styles. This style more defensive, that it's able to chill down many players, but right now ZEUS is burning out.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Colt, and it looks like that was sort of the game plan going into this game too. That was very much supported by that point Benimaru victory, getting more room to play that defensive style. That's so well executed by Mr. Takasaki here. They tried to get that same Shatter Strike that they tried to get through the 2-1-4A in the first game, and Lokof switching it up and going into the 2-1-4C instead, so a little bit more startup to catch that Shatter Strike. So really good stuff there. Quick adaptation and some quick work catching the ankles with the close D frame trap there with Ryo Sakazaki, and a nice tech as well. Trying to go for the anti-air DP. We're going to get met with the EX DP from ZEUS and then the 2C anti-air. So Lokof looking very strong here with this Sakazaki warrior right within the corner, almost spelling disaster there for Voodoo, but nothing happening. There's still some magic in the back pocket. The JC not going to cross up, but we're gonna catch them with the 50-50 special right there. And now Yamazaki with much more favorable circumstances than they had in game one, and they close it out against the whip.
A lot of damage was done there. Yamazaki needs to close the deal. Let's see, because this lady is ready to punish the criminals, that's for sure. Oh, the big headbutt is not gonna hit. 2 bars for Lokof, that's a lot of damage. One single opening would mean the end for Whip, and the 1-1 here that of course ZEUS doesn't want to deliver. This is going to be the kill. This is going to be the damage with the big head, but the criminal is gonna get it, as you call him later, the goat with the coat. I am telling you that I am going to steal it from that one. But that's a great way to make this 1-1, my dear Soma.
You calling Yamazaki a criminal, then you go ahead and steal my vernacular, steal my lines. But here we go, we're stealing the game 2 victory here from ZEUS and evening things out here. So yeah, that order switch definitely was so much better. Again, that rationale originally was, I think, well-founded, but I think this just is so much better. But now we're gonna put Rio up at front and Benimaru at mid. I think anticipating an order switch there from ZEUS, which did happen. Dolores is going to go into the back with Shun'ei and Whip. So potentially, if it comes down to an anchor-on-anchor situation, ZEUS feeling a lot more comfortable with the Dolores versus the Yamazaki. And look, both of them, like you were saying, just so many years between the two of them, so you're going to see the ebbs and flows, the A's, the B's, the back and forth in terms of the adaptations between the two, whether it's in-game or out of the game. It's just such a cool thing to see the constant ebbs and flows, the shifts between these two strategies. And we'll see which strategy pays off here, because Lokof right now looking very nice here, getting these air-to-air, and that leads into the EX on Redskin, but nothing more after that, because that was one of the more recent nerfs that Rio got.
As you say, the KOF chess is being played right now. The strategic minds are being executed as the tactical buttons are being pressed. Great confirmation over there, going to the cross, but no buttons were pressed. I thought Lokof got open there. Even the back roll showed a little bit of the scare that he got, and Shun'ei doing a fantastic job over here. Again, that magnificent defense play from Lokof, not letting the student get open up. And finally, the big cake, the Shoken is going to land on that young kid's face. The hard worker from the Sakazaki Dojo, the CD, nice, confirmed. Thank you very much, developers. This is the boost for this patch. You can confirm those CDs, and now Lokof gets the lead.
Great heads-up awareness there, going from the counter-hit JCD into the EX Tatsu to seal the deal and then end it with a DP. But we're going to end things here if we're going to spend the meter. Actually, might not even need it. No, don't even need it. The meterless just off of the EX extension is all we needed. Just half a bar is what you need to get rid of the man with broad shoulders, but shouldering the weight of this mid battle is now going to be Benimaru Nikaido. Less broad shoulders, but makes up for it in the hair department. Look at the height on that thing. And we're going to try to reach some new heights here with the command grab, but it's just not gonna hit because nobody's home. Whip, of course, taking to the skies. This is what we love to do as Whip players. Voodoo helping me get up into the air, almost Spider-Man, and just going over there with the DP and not gonna believe in the confirm right there, but still the damage has been done. Lokof at the health deficit.
The slender masculinity of Mr. Nikaido is getting punished here hard. We still have to see the blink. No, he just delivered the punish and goes for it. Those big hitboxes are really messing up Lokof's game. And even with the advantage in resources, he needs to find the hit. and it's trying to play from far away. Benimaru needs to be very close to this girl. Ooh! Saving himself from that CD that was going to kill him. But still alive, the slash is gonna hit. Little by little, Lokof seems to get confidence back. Trying to get it, the CD is not gonna hit. The super G right kick to control the air. Come here, woman. Another grab, and finally, ZEUS is able to save that because it was becoming a terrible situation for him. That was a debacle for ZEUS. Now he has the advantage, able to win not as he wished, and in the air footsies is gonna take out Whip. Soma, one last character for these two, or one of them is going to lose.
Yep, as predicted, a little bit of, he's been gifted the gift of prominence with the anchor battle call out right now, but much more meter to work with defensively and offensively, as we're gonna see one of those bars being spent on that Pit Viper. So yes, this is exactly what ZEUS might have been trying to set up here, putting the Dolores up against the Yamazaki, but these two now have 2 bars, once again on equal footing, but more resources to sort of figure out each other at each phase. Oh, but here we go, the CD counter hit into the Ace Snake Strike is just going to be enough. It might as well be with the OTG, and it is. So Yamazaki getting the better of the Enchantress of the Desert here, putting them in a sandy grave here in game 3 to win it 2-1 over ZEUS. So it was looking pretty scary. ZEUS again getting the conditions that he wanted, but when you have some bar behind these big old hits and the counter hit confirm ability of one, Ryuji Yamazaki, the GOAT with the coat, trademark.
Indeed, very interesting and weird character selection over here by Rino. Like, I don't know if he's trying to do something else against Luisillo, but let's see if Luisillo is able to make him bring out the real competition, the real Rino. Could the real Rino please stand up? That's what Luisillo will have to prove right now. Oh, nice slam over there. Look at that, how dynamic, how fast has Ramon become in the last version of this game. And finally, Luisillo trying to do something, but now Rino is there, wishing to spend the bar even to keep Yashiro against the corner. Sadly, over there, the neutral hop into the kick was not able to provide anything for Luisillo. And little by little, Rino is chipping out that health bar, my dear Soma.
Yeah, that far A giving them enough time to get on out of there, and then just gonna zoom right up in there with just feinting the movement. Just, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? Finally just goes right on in there with the EX command grab. Still too fast for you to see with your own eyes. Just moving at the speed of sound, the speed of a tiger. But here comes K-Dash there with the heart of a burning lion, trying to get on out of there. Oh, a little bit of a funky interaction right there to put them right back into the corner. So unfortunate stuff there for Luisillo, but Rino just saying, hey, I love this, honestly, but we're not going to love getting hit by a couple of minute spikes. One to try to get out of the corner, and then one to keep the combo going, and that is going to be K-Dash getting rid of everybody's favorite luchador. So K-Dash not necessarily a fan of or a man of the people, but Voodoo and Whip just going to put an end to that.
Let's see, veamos. La whip ahora está en las manos de Rino, poco común, pero el de Jalisco quiere traer a la belleza tapatía. Veamos si lo logra. Por lo pronto Luisillo con su K-Dash se está viendo fino. Uy, hasta que le pegó la ambigüedad del cross-up. Del otro lado con el hop, bien ejecutado por parte de Rino, que lo va a poner en contra de las cuerdas. Viene con la presión fuerte, se sale luchón, peleón sin respeto. Luisillo para tratar de mantenerse vivo. La Shadow Magic no le va a terminar pegando. Ahí tampoco está más que listo Rino para bloquear. No puedes estar apostando a que jugadores de este calibre no van a estar listos para eso, pero justo cuando lo digo me le termino echando la maldición al de Guadalajara, que se termina comiendo todo este daño desde Baja California para el mundo. Luisillo quiere mantenerlo ahí, se gasta la barra para evitar la debacle. Luisillo lose his character. Rino keeps going on, and this whip is looking like fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting out of the range of that fire with that well-placed guard cancel on the EX minute spike, just finding the right time to get on out of there and punish on the other end. But here you go. There is no punishment for that level 1 clone special, unfortunately. But the mission has been accomplished here. Getting out of dodge with that guard gauge crying, and then coming out on the other end, the JC gonna hit. We're not gonna spend anything, however, and there you go, the low crush on the command normal from Chizuru, gonna go right on over Voodoo, and now we're gonna sit back and play the clone versus the whip game. Whose namesake is going to work out here as we try to retreat and claim space, but we just get on out of there again with that advanced aerial mobility from Whip. So Chizuru having a tough time trying to close things out, but they do have the health advantage, so they don't have to press as much as they otherwise would need to.
They
and there you go, the clip getting the extended hurt box on the Whip.
Yeah, man, like, you hate to see it happen. Shout outs to Luisillo for using the original chorus from Chizuru, who I believe is one of the best in the game.
Oh,
but
yeah.
people never picks her. Ooh, and we're gonna see the movie. Like, let's see if Rino can close this up, because we know he can do it. And we're gonna see the Danza Macabra. All of the damage, all of what Ash can do. He gets the last bar. This is guaranteed. We go for the sun. And Rino is able to clutch it out. This is what people wants to see. This is Rino All Games on Facebook. Follow him. Give him some money.
Yeah, absolutely. And cashing out on all of that meter with the good old Ash sequence that we've all known, we've all loved. We've seen Rino, we've seen Lazet. If you've seen an Ash player, you've seen that combo before. And we're going to be seeing a bit of a character switch on the part of Luisillo. And we were going into the set wondering if Rino was going to be forced to switch to his main team, but it's going to be on the other end. We're going to get Kim coming in, instead of the Yashiro. I thought the Yashiro was doing some work, but Luisillo might just be thinking, you know, something that he saw in that first game. He says, you know what, Kim is more well-equipped to deal with it, but the Ramon was doing some really good work as well. But we'll see what Luisillo has cooking right here. But we're gonna go right into this game 2 here.
Let's see, indeed, Ramon for Rino was a great pick before. Luisillo wants to shout it out with Kim Kapawa, the warrior of justice, the kicks of justice, the pants of justice are willing to come out right here, but those rolls are gonna be very dangerous in the middle side of the screen. Finally, a little bit of fight back from Luisillo as he needs to gear up this Kim and try to do something else. Nice. Let's see. Of course, all of those counter hits are going to be good for Rino. Trying to take out the change in momentum, and that cross-up is gonna be disgusting. Get up, man! We are not finished here. You have to go for another dance. Let's go! Ramon is here. Viva Mexico yet again.
Absolutely crazy. It doesn't matter if it's Kim or Yashiro. That frog splash, the Eddie Guerrero JC going to catch anybody corner stealing on the other end. So again, you love characters get even now. We might have to do it with Ramon here because absolutely running the pockets of these point characters right now. K-Dash, however, was able to get them on out of there with a couple of well-placed minute spikes there. Got one there to get the conversion to force Ramon into the corner, but we got some really funky interactions here the last time, but we're still going to find our way out of the corner and just switching sides, switching dance partners right now, but we're going to dance our way over to the other side. No, actually, we're going to go right on back here. Big fan of the table tennis, big fan of the back and forth, playing volleyball with the luchador.
Look at that big haymaker from Luisillo, knowing that those active hitboxes are going to be there to welcome Ramon into some pain again. No button press, that was no counter hit, but Rino was trying to hunt for something big, as big as those runs. And he's getting all of these far command grabs, far range command grabs. Finally, Luisillo is going to be able to take it out with the K bread and butter. Like, that's like the B&B from the most stylish guy in KOF. But now Whip Soma is here to deliver and more a lesson of life to this young punk.
Yeah, lesson of life, trying to snuff out the life as well. That JC did hit. It almost got scary, spooky, crazy, hilarious right here. But nothing funny by getting hit by that DP as well. So we're going to try to get on in there, establish our position. And then again, the JC not even going for a cross-up there, just throwing out the hitbox and catching, I believe, a minute spike attempt or just a jump from K-Dash. And that is going to be Whip bringing out Chizuru once again.
The control from Rino, el control absoluto. Finally, Chizuru está tratando de salir, de despertar la guardiana del espejo, la hermana mayor, la Onechan. teniendo en contra de las cuerdas en estos momentos a Rino, pero sale peleón, se pone luchona, como buchona en viernes que se quiere ir a chupar, se escapa de ahí y recibe un poquito más de daño. Trae varo para gastar en estos momentos Rino y lo hace para pegar con la ambigüedad, cambiarle de lado, tratar de mantenerla. Vamos por la joyería, claro que sí, harto bling bling. Le falla un poquito el timing para el OTG, pero no importa, it doesn't matter. Whip is gonna take it, Rino is gonna move forward. That's a lot of whip we're looking at today, and I am not complaining at all.
Held down here. And as we get into it, we're going to get the Clark versus the Dualon at point. So Dualon, with their very pesky screen control ability, could pose a problem for Clark. As I say that, though, a couple of swift jump-ins and then a command grab. And how about another Frankensteiner as well? Oh my gosh. I was about to talk about the matchup, but matchup be darned. I want to hold forward, I want to hit you, and I want to give you a couple hugs.
Look at this big man making a small piece of the flaco. The skinny guy is gonna get kicked into his face. Kuate KOF starting very strong. I wanted to say that Serafin has been doing good stuff in some in-person tournaments. So I am expecting a lot of him, but so far Kuate KOF is totally shutting him down. Nos cambiamos rapidito a español para ver qué es lo que puede hacer el señor Steel. Aquí enfrentando al hombre más envidiado del mundo, al que le dice que no, tiene los pantalones para decirle que no a Mai Shiranui, y por eso nadie lo quiere y nadie se acuerda de él. El castigo está sólido, Serafin haciendo de las suyas, terminando con la sopa de codito. Vámonos con el daño completo, volvemos a extender el combo, y ahora sí, nomás con el nivel 1. That's the way. That's the way the ninja man is able to deliver some damage, my dear Soma.
Unbelievable. I was wondering how good Kuate was going to be with the Clark as they got through the Dualon. I thought the same game plan was going to be employed by Mr. Bogart on Andy's end, but no, the whole forward attempts just not met or not working out that time around. The Serafin was a little bit more ready and now going to hold their foot on the gas pedal a little bit more here. You typically would think that they were zoning, but right now they are just trying to be in the face of Kuate, in the face of Haohmaru, and look at all the good stuff being shown right here. Kuate trying to find any room to breathe. Got caught on the dome piece by the jumping normal, but no conversion on the other end there. Trying to get something working there as well on the other end with the jump in, but a little bit too high, no belief, and no holds barred here from Mr. Bogart, catching out with the level 2, bringing out the Maxima. So Andy doing all the work in the world for Serafin currently.
Oh, and Kuate KOF, all of those great reads he did in his last match, he's not delivering. He's finally getting the Super Unibeam level 2 to deliver the extra damage. He needs to get rid of Andy as soon as possible. Andres, don't jump. Stay on the ground. The ninja gets taken out. And we are going to close with a Serafin's own Iori Yagami, the first in the night. El hombre de los 1015 años, el chambelán de toda una nación, my dear Soma. Here is the fans' favorite.
Iori Yagami. I don't know. I'm not necessarily a fan of this character because some of my practice partners make me very aware of what he can do to you. And now making Kuate very aware right now. Just going into the Scum Gale and now going into just the throw here. Going into the JCB, into the advanced drag. Nobody home there after they got hit by the former. And now keeping up this immense corner pressure here. And this is what's so tough here as they are able to close it out. Going into the fireball block string, trying to get on out of there. Maxima was able to get the guard point in their previous match on stream because there was still room for it to activate, but when Iori Yagami, as Serafin masterfully demonstrated, is in your face, doesn't give you a chance to breathe, and you don't have a lot of great defensive options outside of that guard point, it can be very hard. And with meter in the back as well, all signs pointed to a win there for Serafin. So Andy doing a good chunk of the work there. Iori cleaning it up, doing what he does best, just smothering and covering them. And now we go into game 2.
That's good. I was telling you, man. I have seen Serafin delivering good stuff. This Dulon was doing nothing against Kuate Clark, who needs to work harder this time. Let's see how everything goes, because right now Serafin has get into gears. He's all warmed up and ready to go. Oh, finally got a great grab over there. Following up, trying to ring the chase. But that slender boy is just too sneaky. Ooh, I like it. No, you're not gonna get that, but that roll was dangerous, and the punish is perfect by kuate KOF, who has the corner right now on the west side of your screens. Oh, he didn't believe enough with that karate chop. He could have killed in that opening, but now he's going to deliver all of this damage. Serafin coming back and changing his own. That was disgusting. That was disgusting, Soma. Did you block it?
No, I definitely did not block it. I've seen it a million times. We've seen what point duo long can do to you, and it doesn't matter when you're sitting in the chair. You just see that delightfully delicious and just absolutely demonstrative corner steal setup there. So great stuff there from Serafin. Finally taking the point round with the duo long, but the level 2 to call it out, similar to what they did against the Sherm from full screen. A little bit of good call out action right there, but we're still getting put in the blender right now. Oh, but we block it this time around. Too high on the jump in, recognizing that they can get the throw on out of there. But look, we're still duo long. We're still sitting there with the lead here, and we're putting them in the back foot, trying to DP on out of their advanced strike to try to get out of the corner, trying to do anything that they can. The DP finally hits, but Colt, so much tax has been done to that health bar of Haohmaru, and he only has to do just a tiny bit of collecting to get him on out of there.
Last time kuate was too active. He was pressing so many buttons, and he got caught many times by Serafin's Andy. Let's see. Yet again, pressing buttons on wake up. The well placed, the footsies in that crouching D are going to close the situation. And el más envidiado, the most hated man in the SNK lineup, because he has the heart of everyone's waifu, is here to stay alive and to try to finish the job. But I don't know if that will be able. Nice punish, not fast enough, sadly for kuate KOF, and he's going to start feeling the pain from this man.
Yeah, Andy seeing my run around in Street Fighter just saying, hey, wait a minute now. Don't you remember what kind of the caliber of man that I am? Don't you know my pedigree? Don't you know my come from? And look at this. You're about to come from these streets of Southtown from Team Hero, and then here we go, just gonna finish things on out with just a quick strike to the thigh of Maxima. Armored or not, that palm is still going to make contact and then figure things out for Andy Bogard, and then Serafin going to close things out 2-0 over kuate and advance into top 12 on winner's side. So kuate has been on here a third time now with the Clark, Haohmaru, and the Maxima, and the Royito going to be here with the Rio, the Shun'ei, and the Sylvie Paula.
La gente quiere ver al kuate y su Maxima, su Haohmaru. Y también el Royito está ahí, porra. Vámonos otra vez este matchup. Ya lo vimos 2 veces esta noche. El kuate enfrentando a un Ryo Sakazaki que termina recibiendo un antiaéreo bien ejecutado. Y después el puñote de Clark, el reversible, controlando las aproximaciones, el caratazo que no llega, pero después el agarre sí va a salir justo a tiempo, bien machado por parte del kuate, que trata de encerrar poco a poco a Royito en contra de las cuerdas. Come on, my dear Soma, stay with me, say Royito.
Royito, I'm sorry, I can't roll the R's, but I can definitely roll you back into the corner. Look, I'm a failure too. My Puerto Rican lineage, because for some reason I've never been able to roll the R's. I'll get some practice in here, but we're gonna get a little bit of practice on the floor here, a little bit of mat practice here, as we're just gonna get that EX command grab to take him right back to mid-screen. But unfortunately, that also encourages a side switch there that puts you on the back foot here, and we're just gonna go double command grab, both of them whiffing, but no punish on the other end for Rio, and now we're just jostling for position, and we're going to go ahead and get that 2C into the fireball, into the level 1 Ranbu. Not quite enough to kill, but we're gonna go right on to the other end with the cross up JB, the block boy JB. Look alive, Clark, still look alive.
Indeed, my dear friend. Let's see, we are going back into it, trying to land something with Haohmaru. He has been a highlight for kuate all of this match, and yet again trying to get all those jumps like we saw him in the first time. Oh, but quite a perfect timing over here by Royito, que va a entregarnos all of this damage. He's going to deliver a lot of damage right here. Language starts starting to mix in my mind. It's hard to get old, and the punishment is insane over here by Royito, who is going to dismantle absolutely this Haohmaru. He's out. He needs to sharpen that katana a little bit more.
Yeah, the bilingual mix is very real for my commentator friend here, but also what's real is that JB mix. We went cross up the first time, same side the other time, and look, you just gotta guess at the end of the day, and guess well, you did not. But here we go, the guard point here, not gonna go into the level 1. There might have been a misinput, and a raw advanced strike there, just letting it rip there, and 3 for 3 on these JB, going same side once again. Kuate KOF right now seeing double of Real Sakazaki, just not knowing what side the man is going to end up on. And here we go. We're just still getting all this point damage on out of there. And we're just going to say, get this man out of here at any cost. Wake up level 1. And Rio finally is going to be ushered to the bench, to the cheap seats. But Shun'ei now going to come in and try to seal the deal.
Indeed, let's see if Maxima can do something about it using the guard point, but immediately the shattering strike is gonna shatter every expectation. Y el Manotas, the boy with the big hands, is going to take this first victory for Royito. He's playing a very explosive style. I do like this kind of aggressive players like Royito.
Yeah, I think both of them have their fair share of being aggressive, especially with the Clark from Kuate just running up and just saying, hey, I want to give you a hug. I'm a very generous, kind, and benevolent soul, and a hug is what everybody needs in these trying times. So let's just come here. I want to talk to you. But Royito saying, you know what? Nah, I'm good on that. We can talk with our fists a little bit, you know. But here we go. Rino Sakazaki coming in after a bang up job at point in game 1. Can they do a little bit more of the same here in game 2, or will Kuate get a little bit more mileage out of the Clark still? And it looks like they are well on their way to doing that. Going into the EX command grab, some really good Oki here, and a potential to get some, or actually no, not really great Oki here. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought for some reason they were close to the corner.
Ay, Río comienza con la violencia. Nos vamos a la voz de la raza. Y rápido, contrarrestando bien con la botota ahí el Kuate, tratando de iniciar algo, tratando de sobrevivir a la vehemencia. Uy, ahí el atrevimiento completito, se va por el tackle, le termina saliendo, se lo van a llevar poco contra la esquina, ese es el plan, pero el antiaéreo por parte de Royito no se hace esperar. CD para cerrar. That was a nice CD over there to bring the closure. Yet again, Royito with a lot of momentum, a lot of initiative on his side. My dear Soma, let's see if Kuate can bring things, the things around.
Yeah, trying to look for that air-to-air JD there and trying to look for something here. I believe they were anticipating a jump in there. That has been something that has been very popular for Royito. Once getting that jump in on block, going right and then there for a reset, but nobody home that time around. So Royito showing a little bit of restraint and a little bit of a switch up there in terms of how they are going to approach. And Royito with this Rio is going insane right now. So Maxima gonna have to once again get Rio out of here. Otherwise, this time, the OCV is very much a reality cult.
You are completely right, my friend. Let's see if Maxima, the machine, can do something about it. Oh, the tackle. Okay, trying to find something. There are 4 bars. That's a lot of, that's a lot of worries that you have to take in check when you're, oh my God, no, don't tell me. What's going on?
It's a little bit too much for SNK to handle right now because the Maxima was going to get that level 1 into the climax. Still in slow order, still going to get it here. The ultimate Baja Blast is going to happen eventually. You know, sometimes the netcode be netcoding and it's unfortunate, but right now is Kuate trying to reverse fortunes, trying to get Rio on out of here. So once we get this animation to play, hopefully, Rio may be on out of there, but right now we got
in
a little
PowerPoint presentation. We are going to tell you how to animate a Maxima. This is the animation guide for a big chunk of meaty machine guy.
So here we go. So I think now we are getting into actual action. So here we go.
Yeah, there it is. Completely right, Soma. Aquí vamos para tratar de cerrar y saber cuál de estos dos se mantendrá sobreviviendo. Ahí está el nivel 1 haciendo de las suyas. Nos vamos con el Warp Point para mantener vivo a Maxima. 2 entradas son las que necesita en estos momentos el Kuate para tratar de cerrar la situación. Van a hacer una serie de CDs. Maxima todavía vuelve a sacar, como dice Rom y Zoma, el Baja Blast. Que nosotros no sabemos porque aquí en México no hay. There is no Baja Blast in Mexico, so...
Yeah. Yeah,
we know
it
what it
doesn't
is,
look
but we don't drink that trash.
Yeah, no, it's not good for you, and it's definitely not good for Maxima because definitely gonna see themselves go on out of there. Shun'ei gonna take it after all of that jazz. The music is going to be playing through the headphones of the leader of Team Hero, or I guess Team
Vámonos con la voz de la raza a enfrentar a Ruletas y Serafín en este round número 1, donde el flaco estará enfrentando al dueño del jacal, perdón, al heredero. Uy, y rápido, Serafín quiere establecer sus condiciones. No se cubre las patas, Lokof le terminan pisando los juanetes desde lejos. Aquí viene la entrada, el pastelazo que no termina pegando, los tokens que van a ser peligrosos utilizar en contra de Dulón. Cuidado, ahí el parry también le pudo haber salido caro. Esos rolls hacia atrás de Serafín bien ejecutados, pero podrían volverse peligrosos. CD que no pega en counter y la presión se hace sentir. Little by little, my dear Soma, Lokof is taking control of this match.
Yep, and take control they will. Look at all the damage done to Duolon's health bar. Trying to go for a little bit of a cheeky block string right there, but nothing doing. Duolon gonna fight their way on out of there, but falls right into the loving arms of Rio. Close C on the other end. Might have been going for a throw, but still had the presence of mind to cancel into that 6A and then go into the full thing. And the full thing is the whole thing, as Andy is gonna have to deal with what Duolon could not finish.
Oh, let's see. Andy is here. He really made a statement. Last time he really left us with a highlight. Ooh, but the jump in is magnificent over here by Lokof. The killer instinct is proving to be there. Extending the combo as usual. Are he going to spend the bar? Yes, he is. Keeping it humble. Keeping Rio with no money on this monthly payment. But finally, Serafin is going to spend some bar to get out of there. He's going to get the chance and deliver as more damage as possible. He did not spend the bar. I do not agree. Soma. If he loses Andy here, that's going to be a debacle.
Absolutely. You gotta make sure to pay the premium when you get the chance. Get that character on out of there. But luckily, Rio is on out of there because Andy was sitting on a pixel and a prayer potentially. And now Yamazaki gonna come on in there and figure out what they can do to just make quick work of Andy because, again, this is a character that is pretty tough to deal with if you give them a chance to get their game plan started. But the same could be said for Mr. Ryuji Yamazaki, who is just in there and putting you right in the dirt there with the big old boot, the 6B to end things. Shun'ei, can you get rid of the menace that is Mr. Yamazaki?
Let's see what the young Yakuza can do. He has the attitude, the toxicity, as disgusting as Twitter, and he's gonna get kept into the corner. The pressure is on. What a good roll trying to get out of there. But the blood tax has to be paid yet again, and we are gonna get him back into the corner with no bar needed. Absolute aggression over here. Oppression session from Lokof Ruletas. This is El Clan del Mal Lokof. La pura ciudad is rising right now, my dear son.
Cole, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe Yamazaki got touched the second he got in to the game.
He's immaculate right now. It's a man of perfection.
I mean, my goodness gracious, the Yamazaki, you want to talk about immaculate, you want to talk about clean. That was as clean as you can get it. Not a single speck of empty space on that health bar. Just absolutely amazing with that offensive onslaught. And look, that's what Yamazaki
He's gonna change the order.
Oh yeah, just put Yamazaki at point. And Duolon going to go at mid as well. So Shun'ei going to come in and fight Yamazaki in the point war. So I understand here where the Yamazaki play pulls out because Yamazaki, of course, like we were saying, for the entire last 30 seconds was just absolutely amazing. It seemed like Serafin had no answer. So Lokof saying, you know what? I'm putting him up front. I'm making him your problem from the word go. Can you do something about it? Can you stop me? And Shun'ei on the other end going to have to come around for that point war and trying to do it. But if you can get started against a character that doesn't have any guard cancel to back up the bad defense that Yamazaki does have, it can be dangerous here. But we'll see. Serafin already, though, having the health advantage here early.
Lokof is feeling that rhythm from Yamazaki of the last game and wants to carry him over. Let's see if that's going to work. For now, the snake strikes are really landing, and the prediction over there, the instinct, Get the toxicity of my system. Ooh! All the way over there, able to confirm in a perfect style. Serafin is fighting back, and he has the chance to deliver more damage to pick him over the corner, going for the down dash, unable to hit the empty dash, as I like to call them, is not going to work, at least not yet. Trying to find some mix-up, but in the end, with all of his resources, gastándose toda la lana, Lokof is able to stay on the victory side.
Yep, there we go. It was getting a little bit scary there for Yamazaki, but still able to pull it on out there in the point for it. Now Duolan's gonna have to come in and figure something out, but we're gonna hop right over the stomp attempt here. Going for a little bit of a cheeky parry, but nothing doing here, or a cheeky counter, I should say. I don't want to conflate my terms here, but here we go. Duolan trying to create some space, has the health lead, has all the time in the world. Just don't even, don't necessarily overcommit to anything. Make Yamazaki have to come to you, and that's where it could be a little bit tough, and that's what you saw right there. Yamazaki exiting stage right here. Rio coming in for Act 2.
Oh, let's see. We saw this last time, and it was quite even. But right now, the resources are, of course, on the side of Serafin, who is going to find that place blowback, and also the grab, maintaining the harassment, going for the complete offensive. This is vehement right now displayed by Serafin, who is working a fantastic offensive series. Ooh, the cross-up was disgusting. On the same side, let's see. He says, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But Lokof is very, very damaged. This Rio got a lot of hits and now has to survive on a threat and a miracle, my Ditsoma.
Yep, a pistol and a prayer, like I love to say. I do love me a little bit of Bon Jovi here, but we're going to see what we're singing here if we are Rio. Probably a song of aggression, because you cannot let up once you have Duolan in your sights, and we're going to get him on out of there with the level 1 after the well-placed button. So Duolan now going to have to go on out of there, and Andy going to have to come in and figure things out here. Otherwise, Serafin going to find themselves in the loser spot. Ryo Sakazaki doing some pretty good stuff here, and in the event that he does go down, look at all the bar he's built for Mr. Nikaido in the back.
Oh, let's see. 1, 2. The fireballs are gonna get hit. You are out. And as you said, Benimaru Nikaido will have to carry this team on his backpack. 4 bars, that's a lot of voltage. That's a lot of electricity that he's holding right now in his body. And of course, the target is in front of him. The beautiful man is trying to hunt, and he's going to deliver the first shot immediately. Not saving anything. He wants to deliver more or less 50% damage over there in the first contact. That's a rough way to say hi, my dear soul.
Yep, but we're gonna respond with a greeting of our own, the wake up DP into the level 1, and then a little bit of trickery, the quick empty hop low right there. Now going into the advanced strike, trying to see if they can catch Lokof trying to tech a throw here, but we're going to have to get into some dangerous territory, because one more throw will do it. Put out the EX Fireball, command some space. Oh, but the EX Raijinkin not going to be able to figure, or not going to be able to go fully over the EX Fireball. And that's a rare sight of EX Raijinkin not solving all 99 of your problems, because Andy Beauregard able to take it for Serafin in game 2. So, Colt, we're going to game 3.
Indeed, and immediately Lokof is taking us to the order selection. He's a very methodical player, so he knows most likely what's the configuration right now to respond to what is going on. But of course, Serafin can make a chain of his own, and he's thinking about it. We are going to see Shun'ei facing Rio. That was the exchange. Yamazaki will have to face Dulon as well as Andy if things go nicely. Benimaru will try to close. That's the change of strategy that Lokof is delivering to us. Let's see. Let's see what happens now, my dear Soma.
Yep, interesting to see what's going to happen in game 3. This is very similar to what we saw last time Lokof was up on stream. Was a little bit jostling there with the order, like you're saying, being methodical, being constantly evaluating what needs to be done to seal the deal. And they feel that Rio is going to be the point character to help a little bit more in that point for which Yamazaki did win, but I think just wants to make it a little bit more of a sure shot going down the stretch with Yamazaki at the mid, because when the Yamazaki was at mid, he was anything but here. But here we go. Shun'ei putting Rio into the corner here, and now just giving up a lot of space there. And that's not allowing for Rio to get a corner combo going.
getting the full set. Ahí la rutina completa de Río. Se sale elegantemente Serafin con esos rolls fuera de la esquina. Ahora a sufrir Lokof, recibe el CD. Continuado perfectamente después de que lo pegó en counter. Y la presión se mantiene. Pelea Lokof, presiona botones para salir de la esquina. Termina funcionando, pero la mano del diablo ahí termina saliendo. La mano negra, la mano de la maldad de parte de Shun'ei termina pegando. ¡Qué bonito! Ahí el CD no le da tiempo para confirmar. Estaban demasiado cerca del piso. Pelea Lokof, pero Serafin está en un ritmo peligroso. As I told you before, my dear Soma, Serafin is on the roll that he can take anyone out of any tournament.
Here we go. Rio still making it a tall order. And again, shades of what we saw in the previous game. The close C on the other end with Serafin trying to get out of dodge. Just landing right again into the close normal. And of course, when Rio hits you, he's going to make it count. And Duolon is going to have to figure something out coming in at mid.
Indeed, let's see. Dulong has been a battle horse for Serafin all this time, carrying a lot of water for his team and a breath of fresh air when he is in control. Right now, being very careful. Lokof doesn't want to give any kind of stuff. Just a little poke over there, not going to be enough. We're going to see Yamazaki against Dulong now. Let's see if the evolution, the adaptation, the learning is here. Soma, because Lokof needs it. I think little by little Serafin is growing in momentum and in quality.
Absolutely, and this is such a great position for them to be in. Oh, as I say that, they run right into the big old boot, the stand CD, the great wall bounce, and look at what's going to happen to you. Now you get put in a guessing game situation, but Lokof, interestingly, trying to give a little bit more respect and just run up into the OTG rather than going for a 6B. Might not have trusted the timing of it, going for that stand CD once again, just being so relentless now, making up for what they could have had before. Great confirm there with the 2C counter hit, and that is going to be Yamazaki picking up what they put down in that first game at the mid position. Looking very comfortable here at this part of the team. Just say, call me off the bench. I work more as a sixth man than a starter.
Let's see all the salsa. Serafin with his Andy can do something, Andres, but no, when he gets poisoned immediately and then allows that hop kick, the no mix-up ends up working. But finally, let's see, the EX, you are obliged to block. And sitting on that cake is not what Lokof wants. Of course, Serafin needs to be incredibly careful. Ooh, waking up with the DP, that's a lot. He's not very careful, man. He's being crazy right now.
I was going to say, you were talking about being careful, but look, all these rolls, but oh my gosh, the 2-3-6 AC, not going to be able to confirm it into something that will kill, but this is going to be tough, and a trade is going to seal it. Lokof and the Yamazaki of a legend doing what they do best and sealing the deal in game 3. So Lokof advancing into top 8 winners. Well, actually, no, that is for those spot in a winners finals, I should say.
Pero venga, let's see. There is a discussion in Mexico of who has the best Dulong in the country. Many say it's this one, the one from Kula. Many others say that it's the one from Paco. But let's see, it's very interesting that Rino chose Heidern in order to face the long-limbed slender guy. The normals from Heidern can be somewhat a good tool against the very fast Ureka rushdown style from Kula and his Dulong. But let's see, because this is the kind of matches that I love to commentate, my dear Soma.
Yeah, gotta love it, and I love being able to commentate it right alongside you, but I'm not loving, if I'm Duolon, I'm not loving getting hit by that cross-up JC, because the folded arms right there showing some disapproval, saying, how could you not block that? You've seen me do this to so many people for so long. I didn't even just get this in this patch like everything else that you've got. I've been doing this for a long time, my friend Duolon, but Duolon just saying, hey, I'm gonna do what I do best right now, get that mix going, but good defense there from the Rino and the Heidern, but still at a health bar deficit. It's gonna be tough to make up. Can't just sit back and take space now. Kula with the Duolon being well equipped to do what Rino would otherwise like to do, and just running right into, I believe that was I think that was a 2C attempt or trade there, but Kula going to emerge victorious in that point war, and Yashiro gonna have to make their entrance in at mid and get rid of Duolon. Otherwise, things could get very scary here for the Rino.
Indeed, almost 3 bars from Rino. He already spent 50% of one, and Kula keeping things humble with his opening character. That's the way Oh, and look at that. El Honesto keeping the same side. You don't know where it's going to hit. Trying to do something, but Rino in desperation rolls into the corner. And now Health Unleashed. Aquí está el flaco Kula, displaying that he is a monster in the offense. And this Dulong is making noises.
Yeah, when you have a character that complements your playstyle as much as Duolon does, again, doesn't need all that much meter to make their offense that crazy, but like, once he gets that hit, it's basically just guessing for your life, and that's what Duolon and Kula have been doing this whole time. And then another opportunity to do just that after getting the trip guard 2B. How are we blocking here? We're going on to the other end, but good stuff by the Oyash from Rino. 5 bars, but are they going to get an opportunity to use it? Had that far B hit, but not ready to confirm that into a quick max in. I gotta say, Colt, if I get that far B to hit, or if I get any straight hit, I have to tend to get Duolon out of here, because look at what he's doing.
He is doing this man a complete toy. He's playing with him. There are 5 bars in Rino, and he's gonna take them all home because he is going to be or chipped or destroyed by the first character from Kula, who is really showing us that he is a name to be checked, going to be hit on the lows. Kula wins with a no CB. Terrible statement over here by the man from Puebla.
Unbelievable dominance from the point Duolon. That's something that we've been made no stranger to from Kula, talking about that there's a debate between him and Paco for best Duolon, but being in that conversation, you know, there has to be some pedigree, some backing to it, and you're already seeing that from Kula saying, hey, I'm in that conversation for a reason. Look at what I've done to a team that you might have picked out for me. But once that Oyash came in and that health bar deficit was established, it was just basically an uphill battle for Rino trying to find a way in, because Kula can just let off the gas as much or as well as he can press on it with this Duolon character. So that hybrid playstyle that they're able to adopt right now, and you're seeing one end of it right now, the offense getting going right now. Rino's gonna have to start to figure something out here. Otherwise, Duolon is gonna keep doing what they did in that first game, and we can get a double OCV Colt.
Indeed, finally. The Moonslasher is gonna come out, but Kula is on a teardown. He is rushing over this man as if he was a big truck. A big tank, I'm gonna say. The truck, we are living the civilian lifestyle right now because Kula is becoming a military force right here against the Clan del Mal boss himself. Out of their Heidern, there is no response yet from Rino, and Dulang is gonna recover quite a lot because that was a fast strike.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like it because he seems like he's just kind of nickel and diming you until he gets that first touch with Duolon, because that's when the games start getting played, because the snowball potential of Duolon is so strong once he gets that first hit. But again, a little bit of nickel and diming here now that they have the character lead and the health lead. Well, not the health lead now, but potentially could be happening right here. But good throw tech here on Rino on the defensive end, and that's just been where they've been this entire time, on the back foot. Even just when they're in neutral, it seems like they're just subject to the whim of Duolon's big 6B, big specials to control so much of the screen. But now here comes Rino, just finally getting something going here. But as I say that, we just command dash on up there into the normal throw, and level 1 here, Colt, what's gonna happen?
Aquí Kula nos está demostrando, como dice mi hermano, nos está demostrando que está en un juego completo ofensivo. Aquí por fin un Advanced Strike le termina funcionando a Rino, le da un poquito de oportunidad, pero no lo capitaliza hacia nada más que una conversión pequeñita, y con esas 4 barrotas yo creo que ya tenía lo necesario para sacar a Dulong, que aquí lo va a hacer. Gástale todo, le dice la gente, con el OTV va a ser suficiente, le jugó al vivo, le termina funcionando. Rino responde por fin, tendrá oportunidad de seguir hacia adelante ahora enfrentando a la Ryo Sakazaki. Soma, let it rip. Keep going because Rino little by little seems... Oh, what a mistake! I leave you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you said little by little, but now you're gonna get a big old chunk of damage right there. Big mistake there from Rio, and a huge opportunity for Yashiro to get something going here, because now I think for the first time in a while, they are threatening that health lead. But here we go, Rio slowly fighting their way out against Yashiro, slowly trying to reclaim that space on the screen. Swinging out that far B though, but what a great reactive anti-air into the level 1 Ranbu. Kula shutting the door after making a pretty potentially large mistake there to start the round. But Oyash now doesn't have to deal with that duel on here, so maybe those hands can be put to use here that he loves to show in that little idle animation that he's got, just saying, hey, if I get one of these on you and I got a bar in the back, it could be curtains for you, my man.
Yeah, completely right. Let's see. Rio finally trying to establish something, not allowing Rino to start his momentum. One good opening here from Orochi Yashiro is going to be enough to take out the character from Kula and take us to the last Benimaru. Ooh, he had the belief he's gonna get the confirm, and indeed, we are going to see that last character. Kula va a sacar a su Benimaru y Rino tendrá que enfrentarlo casi entero y con casi una barrita. We're gonna have a fantastic closing match on this game number 2.
Yep, anchor battle on the deck here. Benimaru coming on in there. You saw the far B being fished for that entire round, finally getting it to hit with the Maxima, but now doesn't have access to the quick max now with only 1 meter. But 1 meter is all Oyash needs. All he needs is to get that level 1 super, put Benimaru into that 50-50. But Kula now putting Oyash on the back foot here with not the best defense to counter what Oyash wants to do, or what Benimaru wants to do, as they tried to run on out of there, but runs right into the 2B. The EX Raijinkin to keep up that corner position, trying to slowly inch their way out, get that far B to place, but nothing doing. It's the crouching B from Benimaru that's going to secure it for Kula to Rino. And yeah, it was getting a little bit of touch and go, but at the end of the day, Benimaru, some would say, best character in the game, showing you exactly why they're dual. But who knows, she can also be squirrely and get out of harm's way as well. So what will ZEUS do against Rino? Only time will tell, and we will tell right now.
Let's see, very interesting choice over here by ZEUS, starting with Athena Samilla, the idol, the psychic warrior. Let's see if something can happen. Ooh, come here, taking the soul out of that girl. Then on the other side, that was going to be a crossover, very smart. ZEUS is able to roll out of that series, but you are back into it. The vortex, la envolvente, la licuadora is going to hit right here. Rino is gonna take the advantage. Not yet. Sorry. But oh, you hate when that happens. Rolling into the fireball. Oh, it always sucks.
Look, developers, you're never wrong. You're just early. You did predict that was going to be a very touch and go scenario for Athena. And unfortunately, yeah, what you saw there was what's so good about Heidern at the point where, as now they're going to have to run into a Shermie that doesn't necessarily like dealing with Heidern. But with that JCD that Heidern has, it's so good, and with the buffs in this current version of the game that allows you to convert a little bit better, it only takes that one counter hit confirmed with that JCD to go in that Stormbringer and put them into that guessing game. So we're going to see if Shermie can put him in an identical situation trying to get that command grab going. But right now, this is where Heidern is very comfortable right now, just sitting back, taking space up against Shermie.
Great. Ooh, great jump over there by ZEUS, but I don't think it's going to be enough. No será suficiente. Heidern viene en plan macho, utilizando la Reagan para tratar de cerrar. No lo está logrando en estos momentos. Saludos a mis fans de Yu Yu Hakusho, claro que sí. Vamos a ver, el Block Chopper no termina funcionando, pero el imbloqueable hace de las suyas. Está jugando caliente Rino. He wants to face Lokof on the loser side of the final. Let's see if we can change things around.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit interesting now that Shermie's on out of there. So Whip, probably the character now that's best equipped to deal with Heidern in terms of all 3 of those characters that are on the team. Oh, but couldn't quite get the full thing going after that match mode confirmed. So now we're finding ourselves in the corner, having the guard cancel our way on out of there, going to the level 1, and here comes the guessing game once again. Which way do you go? Do we go left? Do we go right? Do we go high? Do we go low? We go same side high, and we just keep up the pressure, and I like that, just keeping the corner presence up against them, going into that 2C delay to try to catch them doing something, and then here comes the guessing game after the level 1, but good guard cancel into the punish throw, but still, Rino looking very comfortable here.
Great stuff over here. This is the signature character, but no, Rino is gonna land that OCD. El respeto, el asterisco. It's going to be performed over here by Rino and his Heidern character that I still believe is one of the best in the game.
Oh yeah, no argument from me here, my friend. Heidern, like I said, functions very well at any position on your team, but at point you saw them shine because it's a very low, in terms of resource commitment, very low on that end there in terms of what they have to do to get going, because even after they had to sort of press the issue up against Athena, which, you know, Athena now sitting on the back end, Shun'ei gonna come in for ZEUS, but
Shun'ei, Orochi, Shermie, and Whip to face Rino against all this is so one of Rino's worst teams in terms of what he can do to you. Like, you work so hard to get out of Heidern and Yashiro, and Ash is there waiting for you. It's sometimes disheartening.
Yeah, it goes into the point that we were making earlier about just how good they are at being resource efficient, because you're building all that bar in for Ash when they come in. But here we go. I'm actually shocked that they went into 214A. I understand that they wanted the corner positioning, but you don't get as good OP after the fact. So I was wondering if they could go into command grab instead, so they could get the safe jump or the 50-50 that we would love to see there post with the JC. But here we go, still being able to keep up the advantage here and blocking the same side attempt there and saying, you know, I play Shermie, I know a little bit about same side JCs, I know what you want to do to me. And now we have Heidern up against the wall. The frame trap gonna go into the 214A. This time, no further conversion needed, just gonna go meterless and get him on out of there. So ZEUS with the point Shermie already showing signs of life that were not there in the previous game.
Cambio interesante para ZEUS. Shermie haciendo de las suyas, trayendo no solo la belleza, sino la calidad también. Que bien ahí la defensa de ZEUS prediciendo el empty jump, cachando los lows de Rino, pero lamentablemente se termina quebrando. Solo es humano, tal vez de nombre divino, pero no puede enfrentar en estos momentos a una amenaza ofensiva de Rino que nomás no se detiene. Y va por la frente con el OTG que no conecta, manteniendo la ofensiva. Que bien ahí el rol. Lamentablemente comete el error ZEUS. Sadly, there was a big mistake over there by ZEUS. And now Rino is keeping things very even in terms of resources.
Qué lástima indeed. There was such a big chance for there to get some bonus extra credit there from the Shermie, but didn't quite get the special cancel after the 6B. Just maybe a little misinput error there, but Yashiro still the mid, so Shun'ei gonna go the mid battle rather than a character disadvantage. So not all things are bad here for ZEUS, and especially since we guard cancel on out of there to get out of the menacing corner pressure that Yashiro can do. Great 2A challenge there, but still putting him right back on there. Good block on the mix, the low getting blocked so well, and then finding a great time to DP on out of there, so some great defense there. Hurt. And then he's just gonna jump on over to the other side. Yes, indeed, this is going to put you in the hurt locker. Level 1 OTG should be enough to kill, and it does. So that bonus damage that was on the table for Shermie definitely could have been used there, because Yashiro's still living.
Rino in control, está en control Rino. Veamos qué puede hacer Whip ahí el CD para comenzar. Qué bonito rol para salirse ahí de parte de ZEUS, pero no está logrando mucho más. Viene la apertura por parte de Rino, trae una barrita, se la gasta. Esa es la pregunta, todavía no. Va a decidir ir por el reset, pero mira nada más el daño que puede generar. Sé testigo del daño que puede generar Yashiro cuando se enoja. Yashiro, que tiene todavía recursos, y ahora sí, vamos a invertirle. This is gonna be enough with the OTG. That's the dose. Rino is gonna move forward. Thank you very much for ZEUS, and shoutouts for him. It's always great to see him on the competitive circuit, my dear soul man.
Yeah, I do love that. I know that Kula has been workshopping the Vice into the rotation. They've won a couple of Just Frame events with the Vice, actually, and against Lokof in particular. But this time around, the Benimaru is going to be up at point, because I believe between the two of them, you usually saw the Rio go against the Vice at point. But yeah, Kula has been working on the Vice for a minute since she was added to the game, along with Mature as the most recent DLC. And they've been pretty strong with them. So we will see if that can continue here. But right now, Benimaru Nikaido, the top tier Titan that he is, with the big old hair, doing some big old work onto the damage or the life bar of Miss Vice right here, and has him in the corner trying to roll on out of there. Full jump JCD, not gonna do anything too much with it. And the whipped sleeve gonna just gracefully hop right on over there with the JB. So I was talking up the Vice, but looks like we're gonna have to see a little bit more in game 2 because now we're gonna get the Benny Ditto here.
En efecto, veremos cuál tiene el pelo más parado, cuál trae la corriente más prendida. Por lo pronto, Kula encontrando perfecto el Rasengan a la media distancia, quebrando al Benimaru de Lokof, que sale de forma elegante, paga el impuesto de sangre de una patadita, pero le da la oportunidad de controlar la esquina en estos momentos. La pregunta es si lo podrá ocupar el Slash, que va a ser cancelado justo en el momento adecuado. Después sintió que el Rasengan en el aire había logrado más, pero Kula presiona botones, detiene la carrera de Lokof cuando se aproximaba. We are even in characters, only a little bit more of resources on the side of Lokof. Let's see, my dear Soma, what can Rio do?
Yep, like you were saying, very good job controlling the space. Again, you have the same tools, so it's just a matter of who can implement them better in in the phase that they were getting into, which was sort of that mid-range game. And because both of them not necessarily too keen to overextend on the other, because they're both very aware of what can happen if you overcommit when you don't have to. And Benimaru, a character that can be very safe at that mid-range and just a little bit outside of that KOF zone that we like to call it, just occupying that zone effectively. And it was Kula that was able to win at that Ditto. And now they're being able to take it to Ryo Sakazaki right now, having them in the corner. Guard gets to roll out, not quite advantageous enough to get a full punish there, so the tech on the throw, and then the stand CD, the big old leg being stuck out there, and Mr. Nakaido doing work for Mr. Kula.
Indeed, more current, más voltaje from Kula. But of course, Yamazaki is one of Lokof's worst menaces, and he's going to wake up with the Shattering Strike. We're gonna get the toxicity and the stomps in order to get some extra damage over here. Nice Rasengan, instant jump Rasengan, perfectly executed, and finishing with the bread and butter from Benimaru. There is no many resources on the side of Kula. Lokof will have to be very careful in order to keep Yamazaki alive. He's gonna do it. 37 seconds on the clock. We're gonna have Yamazaki with more or less 65% life and the resources to go forth. Of course, Kula with his new signature character, Dulong. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, you can't ask for too much better of a showing from Yamazaki, considering what they were going into, or how they started the round. Exactly what you said. Get good health back. A lot of resources are still in the back pocket, and you might get a little bit of it spent right here. The stand CD landing once again. Do we go into the safe jump? No, we just go into the tricky little frame kill setup right there. And we use the C-Strike as a reversal. Gonna use the 6B level 2. Going to be enough to kill with the toxic Pit Viper damage. Not quite yet, but just one Snake Strike is going to do it. Oh my gosh, but we go the level 1 into the level 2. That's not going to be enough to do it either. So both of them potentially add chip damage, and they just run right into the 2A. Overcommittal in a neutral, but that's what you got to do with Yamazaki sometimes. Otherwise, they were going to get lamed out by Kula, so they played right into the hands of Kula and the dual-on after they just let it rip with the reversal level 1 into the level 2. Just clench, or just reaching in to the jaws of defeat and managing to pry victory right from Mr. Yamazaki. And we just have to take a little bit more time on that result screen because Colt, it was a crazy way to end game 1.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Are you not entertained, people? These two are really giving everything out. That was close as hell. Estuvo parejo hasta el final. Veamos qué puede hacer ahora esta Vice que pareciera estar haciendo cosplay de la Angelita Nacional, acercándose poco a poco, dejando a Lokof en contra de las cuerdas, demostrando que el personaje es más que viable. Véngase para acá con la mano larga. Daño completo ejecutado de manera excelente por parte de Kula, que aquí por fin Lokof tiene un poquito de la oportunidad de mantener y controlar, gastándose todos los recursos necesarios, pero ejecutando el daño de manera correcta. My dear Soma, this is close neck to neck.
Yeah, that's twice that they've gone for that roll through into the Gore Fist, or actually into the Black End. The Gore Fist is what's going to be used to start that combo up, but not necessarily going to get enough to kill because of the command grab scaling. And now they're just trying to use that stand B, that stand C, and the hop JB to control space, because all of those will lead into either death or going into the EX sleeve anywhere juggle. But there you go. Now we're just not even going to respect the space that Kula is trying to command with device. They just run up, but unfortunately you run right into the 2B. So this time Kula winning the point war. Didn't have to do it the first time to take the first game, but certainly it helps this go around, Colt.
Completely right, my friend. Of course, remember this is... Oh, no, what a mistake over there from Kula. Going into the complete dose of punches delivered by Lokof. Veamos, recuerden que esto es a 3 de 5. Termina con la ejecución. Remember, this is a 3 out of 5 match, given that this is the winners finals. So there is still time for these two to enjoy these two, to see how far can we get. We will be so lucky if we get a game number 5 out of this, my dear soul.
Yeah, because if it's anything like game 1, we are definitely in for a treat if we get 5 games of that. But right now, Kula's just trying to make sure that it's only 3, but they're going to run right into the anti-air D3 from Mr. Sakazaki, and then run right into a quick elbow in the form of that close A going into the EX level 1 that we all know and love him for, the $50,000 man, making some cash out count right there with a little bit of meter damage. But we're going to get a little bit of spending on the part of Mr. Nikaido, who's not too shy in the purse department as well.
Okay, let's see. That those are nice pokes from Lokof. Finishing Benimaru would be great for him, but he's unable to do it. I think right now Benimaru is the first big step. You have to jump, you have to surpass in order to control Kula and Yamazaki. Only one confirm would be enough. Solo un confirm podría sacar de combate en estos momentos al Benimaru de Kula. Veamos, va hacia adelante otra Super G.I. Kick, demostrando que no tiene miedo Kula, que no le importa perder al personaje y que sobre todo sabe que Lokof no lo va a predecir. Y ahí tirando los Snake Strikes de buena forma para tratar de cerrar el round. Se termina metiendo a la orilla, se gasta una barra. But it doesn't matter if you spend the bar, if you get the win. That's investment. That's capitalism, baby. You're making the economy work.
Yep, and a great return on that investment, putting it in the right stocks and at the right time, guard canceling on that on that fireball. So really good knowledge of when to do it effectively against Benimaru, and that's going to lead to the punish there to get him on out of there. But Duolong going to put on a little bit of punishment as well. You can't block that mix, but you do that just as well. For a character that doesn't have the greatest defense as a character as himself, Lokof being very good in the defensive department is very much appreciated. But unfortunately, they jump on over the snake strike attempt. The sea snake just going a little bit too low to the ground, and Duolong gracefully floating on over and gonna float a 2 on into their set or their game count column, as they are now 2-0 over Lokof, potentially threatening a sweep here in winners finals.
Change of strategy and order. Over here we're going back to the board, playing KOF chess, a jugar el ajedrez de KOF. Veamos cuál es la selección, el cambio estratégico de parte de Lokof. Kula, como es tradición, esperándose hasta el último momento. No hay cambio. Sí hay cambio. There is a change. Lokof will have to fight Duolong on the second position. And now Yamazaki is opening for Lokof. This is gonna be very interesting, watching the humble, the no resources Yamazaki to control Vice.
Yeah, because it's going to be pretty interesting as well. I've been, hammering home the fact that Yamazaki at point doesn't necessarily have all the resources that they would want to play a more complete defensive game. So if you're going to get started here with Vice, as you do with the Black End here, with some really great OP that Kula and Vice are able to get off of every single command grab, it's going to be hard for Lokof to sort of fight their way back out. But that neutral game is going to be very interesting. It's going to be an exchange of snakes and sleeves. Sounds like a bit of a children's board game right here, but we're not playing it. We're not playing around right now. We're just gonna stick on out there with that counter hit CD confirmed, and not trusting that frame trap going into the EX Black End. My goodness gracious! Yes, what an answer.
That was a statement of power, and another one. Come back to here. These two characters with the phantom limbs are delivering a lot of damage. Lokof stopped blocking for a moment and Kula is going to capitalize out of it as much as possible. Ahí va el primer personaje Lokof. El cambio estratégico no funciona. El de Puebla, Kula, está haciendo desastres. My dear Soma, Kula is taking control.
Yeah, smelled blood in the water with those 2A and the 6A frame traps and just said, hey, I'm seeing that you don't like blocking against my character because I've had that command grab conditioned into you, so you're feeling a little bit fidgety, but what if I had something that was just for that exact purpose? So Yamazaki, unfortunately, going to be on out of there, and Rino gonna have to do some damage here, but hey, a stand CD on the whiff punish and then just go right into the D Tatsu to get rid of Vice, but the dual Lan that has been nigh untouchable from Kula to this point is going to be a tall drink or a tall order for Rino to get rid of.
Indeed, but he had the resources. He started this match with almost 3 bars. He's gonna recover this. This is neck to neck right now. Just a little bit of advantage after that hit by Lokof. Unable to punish, and then he believed too much. He believed he had something, and sadly the quick mode, those 2 bars are going to be money on the floor. There is no way to bring them back, only work hard. But that's the way of Ryo Sakazaki, the hard worker, the man who is there to fight the genes, to demonstrate that he is the real prodigy of the siblings. And so far, Lokof is doing fine in base of trades and pokes my dear Soma.
Yeah, and again, not going to be able to do all of the pestering from full screen because they do not have the lead. Oh my gosh, but they're going to get the character lead instead. Bet it all on that reversal DP. And unfortunately, Kula was just very much in tune to knowing, hey, I know you haven't liked blocking you haven't liked blocking me at all this game. And it doesn't matter if it's not Vice. I know that you don't want to deal with this setup, so good read on the DP there, but here comes Benimaru at anchor, trying to save the day here for Lokof and get to a game 4. But right now, Kula just pressing down onto that pedal, feeling, you know, all phases are at go right now. But here we go, duel on out of there, and now, oh, we got a Benimaru mirror once again.
I got a little bit of a detail before, and I'm gonna ask about that in the later part of the stream, but so far Lokof is fighting the character that he didn't want to have the mirror match. Like, look, Kula has been dominating his own Benimaru, and so far it's working in the same way. Let's see, Lokof is going to find the head, going for the bread and butter level 1 combo to be confirmed. Oh, trying to get that hit with the jumping B, but unable to reach. The slash is gonna hit, getting a little bit of approach. He has the chance to find another confirm and make it even with the super G-Right kick. He's going to try to get the advantage, but that's it. It's going to be over. Of course it is. 3-0, 3-0. Kula manda losers a Lokof. Que no tiemble el clan, todavía hay una oportunidad para continuar, pero Lokof tendrá que ganársela en la final de losers.
Yeah, absolutely. Only dropping the set to Kula, and again, that is nothing. That is not something that you should look at and just be like, well, they couldn't do. I mean, like that's a tough task. But outside of that, Rino has just been looking absolutely dominant, and it's been no small part due to this Heidern. And this Heidern actually just came off of playing against the Shun'ei in the previous set and looked very strong in doing so. So we'll see if Serafin can give him a different look. Otherwise, we're gonna go right into the guessing game after the cross up JC, and guess right this time around. I think probably sensing that they wanted to keep the corner, but still being put into a tough spot here because the long limbs can extend this corner pressure so well. But we fight on out of there, going into the empty jump low, trying to give him a bit of a scary look there, and oh man, nothing scarier than that JC coming out this time, going same side. Gonna set it up here, going for the guaranteed chip, but finding the right time to guard cancel roll on out of there, but yeah, the chip was gonna kill you anyway, so we just go on in there with the EX move slash.
That was insane by Rino. Of course, Serafin fighting until his last moment of his last breath. Another duelo. A lot of representation for this character today here on Just Frames 53. Y nos vamos directo con el flaco cuando en el centro de la pantalla parece ser que Serafin quisiera retomar la decisión de su vida. cuando Rino se ha puesto bajo control de las cosas. Qué bonito bloqueo de parte de Rino. Juego defensivo de calidad por parte del de Guadalajara, que enfrenta en estos momentos a un Serafín que no quiere irse eliminado, todavía quiere cobrar. Y este juego define quién cobra. Let's go forward, my lead Soma.
Yeah, I have no idea how he blocked that either, and it was much rewarded, and rewarded even more with the anti-air EX stinger, and now gonna go in there trying to get the same side JCs twice at the door, nobody opening. But here we go. We still are in a very good spot. This is exactly what you want. Control the pace of the game now that you have the advantage in the life bar and the character. But here we go. Rolling on it through the stand CD. Gonna go for the full EX conversion here. Do we go into level 1 or do we go into for the mix off the EX? Oh, got a little bit too big for the bridges on the mix, but not punished for
He's
it.
mashing. Rino is mashing, got punished for that. You could see it, Soma. You could see it.
Oh yeah, again, once Dualon has you in the blender, you're just like, I need to get out of here at all costs. And good stuff by Serafin to identify the hastiness on the defensive end. Otherwise has been very good, has, you know, being very patient and very on it in terms of being able to block everything that's being thrown at them. But something's got to give eventually, but Yashiro's giving some aggressive energy right now.
Let's see if he can capitalize out of something, because little by little, the Dulong from Serafin is getting more and more momentum. He's growing. He is getting bolder and bolder, but that's a great confirm over there by Rino. Not spending the bar, I do not agree that much, but it doesn't matter. He has 4 bars to spend. Let's see if it's not too expensive for him. As Serafin little by little is growing. Oh, wake up throw. Is this Street Fighter? What the hell?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta throw it out there. Just say, hey, I know this option. I know what you want to do, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever. Ash comes in with 5 bars, and that's what I want anyway. But still sitting on a healthy 4 bars, and now the eternal rival, or the one-sided rivalry, I should say, of Yashiro Iori is now on tap. So here we go. We're gonna get a little bit of revenge canceled on the show, but looks like the show will not go on for Mr. Nanakase, because here we go into the climax. Is this going to be enough to kill after the 2B max mode confirmed? It is not. No EXOTG fireball on tap either, but the regular fireball is gonna do just that. But Holt, look who's coming in, and look who has 5 bars to their name.
Yes. That's a lot of money in the pocket. And of course, Serafin will have to be extremely careful. But Rino makes a mistake. Not enough to burn the face. Serafin decided not to spend that. No le quiso quemar la cara bonita. Pero aquí vamos. This is the movie. Aquí está la película. Pónganle al Netflix, porque vamos a verla. Veamos si Rino es capaz de ejecutarlo a la perfección. Las vueltitas, claro que sí. 1, 2. Vienen las cachetadas. Se prende por completo la gente, saben los del clan que lo tiene, saben los del clan que lo trae. Viene la activación, tiene la opción para llevarlo hacia adelante, hacia lo máximo. Encendemos el sol, la toxicidad verde lo ejecuta Rino a la perfección. Ponemos el mareo, aquí está el del clan, demostrando que tiene las manos y la ejecución. 69 magic number, let's go. Aren't you satisfied, people?
Oh my gosh, very nice indeed. What more could you want from some Ash Crimson Gaming, and how else could you take a 1-0 lead over Serafin there? Some great stuff and some classic stuff there from Mr. Ash Crimson. And yeah, just a beautiful call to a beautiful combo there from Rino. So just God, that was fun to be part of live. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was sitting here geeking out, just being like, oh my gosh, this is just fun. I'm just having fun. I hope y'all are having half as much fun as I am, because this is awesome.
He's having a blast, Soma, because these two are still dishing it out. Rino is feeling all of the momentum, but of course, Serafin showed us that he can be very dangerous, and he will fight all the way until his last breath. Let's see, what a great catch over there. Don't land over me, boy. Against the corner, great blocks. Again, the Rino defensive game so far has been quite outstanding, my dear Soma.
Yep, this is exactly what you need to do. Have Rino on the back foot with Heidern at any at any point, because as we saw what happens when they have the advantage, just being able to control the pace of the game, the flow is just at the discretion of Mr. Heidern. And so now that you can take it to him and get on the offensive end and force him into a bind, things can work out for you, but things can go haywire once that 2C lands and you go into the Stormbringer. But we're still looking okay, and we mash out at the right time. Great challenge with the 2A. Shun'ei living this time around and forcing Yashiro to deal with him once again.
I told you, man, Serafin is going to fight all the way to his last breath. All the way. When that bar is over, that's when he will drop the controller. But so far, he's proven to be up to the challenge. Pero aquí viene Rino. Lo detiene. No hay respeto, cero miedo de parte de Serafin, que se tiene que rodar para salir de la situación. Rino no va a poder confirmar más allá de eso. Se le está volviendo de humo el Shun'ei, pero al final se lo está llevando bien el flaco. Dulong is going to be in the hands of Serafin. Now, Soma, let's see if the Slender Boy can do something about this.
Yeah, I would expect Rino to just be very aggressive from the get-go, not let Duolong create any space whatsoever, and you're already seeing it right there, doing a little bit more of what they did, and then extending into the plus version of the Jet Punch, just to keep up the advantage. And yeah, Serafin not quite ready to deal with any of that right now, but here we go, just gonna go into the stagger pressure with the close A, but we get on out of it at the right time. Challenging with the 2C, got the trade, got the hit on the top of the dome piece, but didn't believe in it as well. Went on over to the other side, and yep, we just go in with the 2C, cancel it into the command grab, and yep, indeed, that is going to be a dead Duolong. So Iori Yagami once again going to have to fight the one-sided rivalry. Got the better of it the first game around, but again, the goal may not necessarily be to get rid of Iori, but build some bar for the nuke in the back pocket.
And we're gonna see the Sparks going for the vision stuff. Good hit over here by Serafin. We're going to spend everything on this man. Burn Shun'ei, and even burning the face a little bit more. I don't know if the level 1 would have been able to kill there the extension of the Iron Maiden, but it doesn't matter. We are gonna break some bone.
Oh my gosh, the full conversion, the full cash out after it. Just shrugging our shoulders at the camera, just saying, well, what else do you want me to do? I mean, the opportunity was right there. I have to take it, and maybe Ash could have used a little bit more of that bar here, but still, you do a lot of bonus damage on that life bar. But I don't know, we're not going to be able to see the same movie here, Colt, but Rino, I feel like, has been in this situation before and knows how they navigate it perfectly, and just jumping right over that and then just going to end it thusly. Yeah, didn't need any fancy combos there, just going to have to get the good occupancy of the KOF zone.
The instinct from Rino over there, watching a one fireball, and he was more than ready to go in and deliver the right punish. Rino is going to move forward to the losers finals. But now, people, ahora agárrense. Hay una presentación especial. We have a special announcement from our friends of Just Frame. Pog has been cooking, it seems. We don't know what. He has been cooking, ha estado preparando algo y lo va a dejar caer en estos momentos para todos ustedes. Prepárense y compártanlo cuando nos enteremos de lo que es. No sé si ya estemos listos, pero si lo estamos, vamos. 30 segundos me dice. Let's get some preparations done here, my dear Soma.
Yeah, it must be some banger of an announcement, because we're definitely building up the suspense. I cannot wait to see what it is, but all I know is that we have on the other end of it a great final three, and the usual suspects also in Lokof, Kula, and Rino facing off for that top spot for this week. But before we get to that, we do have the announcement. Now we know that it is ready, and folks, I hope you are ready as well. Colt, let's see some magic.
Vamos ya, déjalo caer.
This is for you, Terry. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Ooh, I can't be more happy, man. Like everybody is getting on this wagon. And I just love to see. Todos están subiendo al carrito de City of the Wolves. Y nuestros amigos de Just Frame están preparando una serie de torneos en línea para todos ustedes. How can you see? What do you think, Soma?
I think that I am so hyped to be seeing that. Just like you said, I've been loving everybody getting in on the City of the Wolves action, and our friends at Just Framed are doing the exact same thing, and it's going to be such a hype thing to see here. I cannot wait to see it all come to fruition here, and I know I will be tuning in to Just Frame here on Twitch, and also the VODs that they have on their YouTube and everything that they got going on, because I'm not going to be getting enough of that City of the Wolves action. So very excited to see what all plays out with it.
Yeah, the game looks fantastic. The players are ready. The tournament runners are also prepared. I do believe this game is gonna be quite the boost for the Mexican community, and of course this is open for all of America. So if you guys are part of the United States, come play with us. Come and face some of the best in the business in terms of Garou and City of the Wolves. We will be waiting.
Yep, and the early bird will get the worm, as we like to say, get a head start on the rest of the competition here, because it's going to be beginning April 23rd, the first week of the official game release, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So definitely make sure that you get a jump start and get ahead of the rest of the competition so that you can sharpen your steel and brandish it before anybody else has a chance to even reach into the hilt, because I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be jostling to be number one in this game. So give yourself all the edge that you can, and also be a spectator for all that early action as well, because I'm sure it's going to be a banger of a time.
Yeah, man, like it's a good season to be a fighting game fan, to be part of a SNK family. So it's just great to see Pog and the team from Just Frame are getting on this rhythm that we will love to dance to. The time of the wolf has arrived and people are howling, and I want to see more of that. But up next, we already have a game. Like even it looks like we are even have things planned or something. But we have to go into this classic, as you were saying, Rino against Lokof. One hell of a battle. And this is only losers final, so only one of these can face Kula. And of course, they want to earn that right.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to make it hard for each other. And we are in losers final territory. So once again, we are at first to 3 best of 5 territory. So we're going to get some more KOF action here as we are in top 3. So Heidern is going to be meeting Rio for the first game of what is potentially 5. And we will see. We got some watermelon emotes in chat. I gotta say, I love Lokof because that's my Yamazaki goat, but that emote is so cursed. It's so cursed.
Come on, guys. Why are you making me show my hydration? But let's see. Agua. But let's go right now facing Lokof. It's Rino. Clan del Mal against Clan del Mal. Two of the best exposures on this team. And finally, what a great punish over there from Parry into the kicks. And oh, big drop over there by Rino, who was able to land the hit, the cross chopper, but unable to deliver the full blow of it, my dear Soma.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too. A lot of food left on that plate right here, but we're gonna get it a little bit back. But oh, nice throw out of the crossover attempt there. So just a little bit not clean enough with the setup there from Heidern, rolling on out of the 2C, and now both of them just jostling for that mid-range position, and then just go right into the parry. ItzThxshh gonna go into the hard knockdown after the A's on Redskin. And now here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, tried to go for cheeky Stormbringer, but the backdash once again. So I wonder if Rino's going to put that in the back pocket and just say, okay, they seem to be very, very fidgety in terms of opportunities where I could throw out command grab or normal throws. Maybe they'll see some adaptation at the end.
The parry was there, but the timing was not for Lokof. Sabemos que estos dos son compañeros de entrenamiento, desde luego se conocen, saben cuál es la maña, la cochinada, la debilidad, justo la que está demostrando en estos momentos Lokof al cazarle el salto y recibir ese aterrizaje no seguro de parte de Rino, cuando ahora se mantiene tratando de hacer de las suyas ahí el breakdance para impactar y mantener la opresión. Cuidado con el chip damage que podría estar terminando con el río de Lokof, que desde luego quiere por lo menos aguantar hasta el segundo 29. No lo va a lograr. My dear Soma. Little by little, Lokof starts very strong, but look at that. Those are 4 bars on Yashiro, and that could be incredibly dangerous.
Yep, but it's still dangerous to get trip guarded by Yamazaki because now you get pit vipered into the EXOTG in the corner, so some very dastardly corner offense could be on the deck here. But the thing about Rino and Yashiro versus Yamazaki is all they need to do is just get in Yamazaki's face, and they have a good chance to do that here with the forward throw. And then no, just disrespected entirely, just run up with the 2A. So I was saying all this stuff about getting up in the face, but then Lokof is just like, what if I just took a page out of that book, Zoma? What if I just did a little bit of that on my own, right? I'm not playing your game, you're playing mine.
Let's see. So far, 5 bars. No, he was not able to spend anyone with the regular Yashiro now that he has become evil, now that he has awakened. Let's see if he can do it, and he has the chance right here. Of course, he's gonna spend only 1. Let's see if he brings even more after this. But Rino wants to keep things simple and humble, not giving everything. What a backdash over there by Lokof. The instinct I told you, man. These two know each other. These two train together and know what are those little kinks they have for their offensive series. The no mix-up landing on the same side. And this man is going to die. We're going to move forward. Benimaru with almost 3 bars, and Yashiro still keeping a lot of money in the pocket.
Absolutely. We are going to be going to the ATM in a second if we can get the right hit. Just cashing out, get some withdrawals going. But right now, Benimaru still has a little bit of money in their own wallet with the 2.5 bars here. But you not get the chance. We do the good O2C Yashiro challenge right there. And are we going to go into any further spending? No, we just do the, OS it, baby. Catching the roll on the other end. All you need is 1 bar and a good pilot for the ship. And we catch them rolling on out of the guessing game, and you're still in the loving hands of Mr. Orochi Yashiro. Slam dunk, baby. Dunk-tastic way to finish game 1 for Rino.
Magical hands of pain over here. Rino brings it back, turns the things around, and now Lokof will have to fight back. The question is, no change in order. He likes what he's doing, just a little bit of adjustments in terms of the tactic, not on the strategy, on the execution, and things will go on his way. That's the belief right now on Clan del Mal Lokof. Let's see, starting strong with that big slap over Heidern and trying to be the man who decides his own future, stating what's going to be the pace of this match, my dear Soma.
Yep, and right now we've got Rio taking control of it, but right as I say that, they get jumped out on against Heidern with the full jump and going onto the other side, and now it's Heidern that can put on the corner pressure against them, but slowly fighting their way out. But again, those long, lanky normals that you've attested to, Colt has just been so good at still commanding the space. Even after giving Rio some ground to try to do something, you're still at the mercy of those big old limbs from Heidern. And try to get the trip guard 2B, but just a little bit late to get the punish. Just run up into the 2C, go into the level 1. Not going to be enough to kill, but Colt, we got to do a little bit of guessing around these parts. Did you block it? Oh, we throw him on out of there.
Trying to go for some kind of safe jump setup over there, and Rino gonna get grabbed. But here, last time he make a backdash, but here la mano cochina, that evil hand, it's gonna bring the storm indeed. And Rino is taking advantage. Lokof feeling a little bit uneasy, shaken. Let's see if Yamazaki has what is needed in order to bring him back to the game.
Yeah, the important part too is that Lokof doesn't necessarily have to be super offensive currently, but that can be on the end of Rino. But there you go, you just find your opportunity. Unfortunately, just a little bit late on the conversion. It is manually timed, so I understand every now and again you are gonna mess it up, but that's just one of the worst times for you to mess it up, unfortunately.
Oh, let's see, the instant overhead is not gonna be enough, but you're making it double con copia, jumping back with the kick is gonna finish the job. Jumping back B, now Yashiro. Last time Lokof was able to control this criminal with Yamazaki in the fight of the established, el Yakuza establecido en contra del joven que quiere su puesto. Trade que no le termina conveniendo desde luego a Rino. Lokof ganando un poquito de rango en estos momentos. Le vamos a meter la toxicidad, se va a gastar el 50% de barra, no lo quiere dejar en el centro del escenario, no le importa. El trend y después la confianza del mundo. Shatter strike over there, my dear Soma. Lokof is bringing it back.
Yeah, taking a page out of Rino's book with the aggressive challenges there, but this time using the armor on the Shatter Strike to do so. Because he's not afforded the same luxury without resources, using them in a great way there to get Yashiro on out of there and preventing them from just throwing buttons at them. So that's very important if you're going to keep Yamazaki alive. But keeping him alive may be a little bit harder now that you have to keep put in the 50-50 after the smothering pressure going into that 2B. Ooh. And then we just go over to the other side and go again with the JC mix. A lot of trickiness being shown here by Rino, and it's just going to be up to Lokof to answer, but no answers being done by Yamazaki going into that same block string, going into that 2B. I think Lokof again being a little bit fidgety there with the command grab. Only one of those landed, and once again trying to hold up back, but that 2B being a great way to check that.
Let's see, this happened already. This Yashiro was able to dismantle completely the Benimaru from Lokof, but little by little, let's see. The flash, of course, is gonna get blocked using the bars in order to maintain the positioning and the control of the match. Just great spacing over there by Rino, stopping right before getting hit by the air Raijinken. La presión se hace sentir poco a poquito. Lokof y ahora sí le tienen contra las cosas, gastándose un poquito la barra para mantener la presión. No se quiebra Rino, la defensa está puesta desde la zona tapatía y se sale elegantemente. What a demure way to get out of that situation. Rino is getting back into control and he has the resources to make this a one-touch kill, my dear Soma.
Yeah, this is very scary situation there. Quick max is on the table here, so that far B is something that they're gonna have to play around if you are Lokof right now. You know, just being a little bit patient, have 24 seconds, so it doesn't need to necessarily overextend and still bide their time. Going over to the other side with the JC, but just a little bit too far in the extension. Getting the confirm on the counter hit, catching them in the air with the far B, getting in a quick max, level 1 into level 2. This should be enough. Not gonna spend it, however, but still catching them on the other end with the guessing game. So still in favorable circumstances. Rino in the Oyash closing the door on Mr. Nakaido once again and threatening a sweep against Lokof.
How fast you have to be? How fast in order to bring that counter hit into cancel and immediately getting the command grab? Rino is playing out of his mind, showing that he still has those young man reactions. Fantastic display over here. There is a change of strategy over here by Lokof, sending Benimaru into the second place in order to close everything with Yamazaki at the end. So far, Lokof has been trying to catch up, but unable to do so because Rino is really manifesting himself, my dear Soma.
Yeah, and also on the other end, Yashiro coming in at point instead of the Heidern. So I understand the Benimaru being moved to mid because it doesn't seem like the Anger Benimaru has really done much of anything, especially when put up against the wall with Oyash. But you're going to get put up against the wall by Mr. Ryo Sakazaki. Going to get the counter hit confirmed into the EX on red skin, but EX being spent on the other end in the form of a reversal. Great block on the JC, but an even better frame trap going into the 2C after the close A. And here we go. The Yashiro quarter offense just gonna go with the re-hop pressure again and again. That guard bar is getting cranked. You gotta do something.
He rolled in the right perfect moment and Rino was unable to catch that. The breakdown kick is not going to be there. And great way to control everything over here by Lokof, who needs this victory or he is out of the tournament. Something I am sure he will not enjoy that much. Ooh, he pressed a button, unable to punish the bit mistake from Rino, but the anti-air is gonna get it. L2C, it's gonna get it. Oh, damn, Soma. This is getting very dangerous, very risky for Lokof.
I don't know how that 2C hit, but all I know is Lokof is just like, yes, thank you, please. I love that for me. But here we go. Heidern coming in now. Heidern was doing some really good work against Rio at a different slot, though. But this time has a little bit more. Oh, my God, a little bit more in the tank. But we have a bit of a tank to use the advanced strike. Not going to have a ton of damage with the scaling after the fact, but the point has been made. Anything that's done here is bonus damage. And even though Rio Sakazaki is going to get crossed up there with the ground slicer, that was a very good job done there to get some of the life taken off of the bar of Heidern.
Now let's see, Benimaru has won some of the best normals in the game, but of course Heidern is one of the few characters who can beat in terms of range. Great reaction over there, perfect situation analysis by Lokof, who sees a chance and threads into the eye of the needle in order to bring this advantage. Vámonos tratando de mantener, qué bonito rol para atrás. No quiere saber absolutamente nada, quiere jugar ahora a la defensiva y enfriar un poquito la situación, pero poco a poquito le está dando la oportunidad a Rino de crecer. Termina el combo con el Shitangeri. Qué bueno el bloqueo, pero no le alcanzó para encontrar las patitas por abajo. Those low kicks are gonna take out Heidern, but Lokof has been here before. My dear Soma, he has been leading by 2 characters, and this Yashiro, just as it looks like right now, has been able to bring it back.
Oh my gosh, it's looking like they're on the way to do it now. Gonna go straight into the climax. They want Benimaru out of here, Colt. And they're just gonna spend all the meter that they can to do it. And not gonna quite kill, but you're still putting them in a bind. But you're also sure you don't need a ton of bar to get this game plan going. And you get it right back. Look at that. Just 11 seconds to get rid of Benimaru.
Those empty jumps into command grab has been really messing up Lokof every time Rino crosses him. Now let's see, this is what I believe he wanted to avoid, but Yamazaki is here and he's gonna get immediately opened up. No bar spent, that's questionable. Oh, he went for a prediction and Lokof is not afraid. He's gonna prove that he can still command this match and take us to a game number 4, which will be fantastic. A lot of resources on the play right now. Any hit will hurt a lot, my dear Soma. Here we go.
Yeah, the far B going into the quick max, like you said, any hit is going to hurt, and it's not going to be enough to kill, but like I said with the Benimaru, all you need is that one bar going on the other side, but his same side, that's a tall man, unfortunately, and you were, oh no, you like command grabs? I got one of my own, it tests 3 bars, but it still works just as well. That could be the end of Orochi Yashiro with a cheeky empty jump command grab, and it is. Wow, the Yamazaki being very, very tricky and just taking a page out of the book of his fellow Hakeshu and saying, hey, command grab, that looks pretty nice. I like that for me too.
Yeah, I can capitalize out of it. Lokof displaying a lot of guts right here, a lot of resilience, able to maintain his cool and bring it back to a game number 4. There is no change in terms of order or characters. Things have been looking nice, at least for Lokof. It was a little bit too close for my taste, but still, he wants to keep things in the same way. Soma, right now, Rino knows that he is losing rhythm and he wants to pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're gonna do that, keeping the Yashiro in at point there. Oh, but good parry on the JC attempt. It was gonna be a little bit too high, so could have gotten thrown out of it, but a little bit extra on the punish there because you have the parry. And here we go, though. Try to go for another parry, but we do the full jump JC instead of the hop JC that Lokof might have been looking for. And Yashiro gonna emerge victorious in that point war once again. Benimaru gonna have to do a little bit more cooking. Has been largely ineffective to this point, unfortunately, for Lokof, but Rino has just been so good at playing around them, and I think that's attributed to what you were mentioning earlier in terms of these two being so familiar with one another and what they're trying to do with their respective character pools.
You are completely right, my friend. This is what I like to call a bedroom match. This is people that are very close in Duelo de Alcoba. And so far, the learning, sadly not fast enough for Ruletas to land that punishment. And finally, the Supergrenas kick to bring a little bit of control, trying to go for the collider, but Rino knew it. The instinct is there, the knowledge is there, and the punishment, of course, is not going to be hesitate, my dear Soma.
high on the JB, but then come back down in with the command grab because you were holding down back. Otherwise, you were just afraid of the strike damage, or the strike pressure, I should say, that was being represented by Benimaru to this point. But again, a lot of extra credit done to Mr. Nikaido. Yashiro doing more than enough work for Heidern to come and clean up right now. But here we go. We still fight our way back. The game is not over until it's over and the letters flash across the screen, but it is still going to be tough. But slowly and little by little, with these pokes and these anti-airs, Benimaru is putting themselves in a great position, and that's going to be even further done with all of this EX Raijinken after the level 1 call out that they got in the previous game as well.
Lokof suddenly is feeling like getting unleashed. What a block over there on the last frames of the EX cross-ups. Es capaz de bloquearlo y Lokof pareciera ser que está despertando. A ver si no le echamos la sal cuando empezamos a hablar bien de él. El Raijinken que otra vez trataba de tener algo, agarre en reacción de forma excelente y después ahora sí vemos la confirmación. No le salió hace rato. He dropped that last time, but now everything worked. Suddenly, ruletas, also known as Lokof, sorry. the old habits die hard. But he is bringing it back, my dear Soma.
Yeah, I was saying that Benimaru was not doing his job, but hey, he clocked in a little bit there. Better late than never in this case. But it's been the Oyata has been the large villain of Mr. Nikaido to this point. Oh, but a villain is in the form of throw protection for Oyash. That is an unfortunate whiff on the command grab. Had the right idea, caught a down backing Benimaru, but still just a little bit too much throw protection, so was just not able to get the command grab to land. But Benimaru is still going to be able to do some good work here. Gets thrown out of the high jump in, but still a lot of work done this time around. So Benimaru doing the darn thing, and all Lokof has to do with 1.5 bars against a 5-bar Oyash though.
Yeah, mira. He starts saying one hit. Rino needs only 2 touches. If he caresses this man in 2 occasions, that's over and Lokof is out of the tournament. We're gonna get some toxicity. Are you gonna spend 50%? No, we're gonna stay on the left side. Oh. Let's see. Ooh, that was close. That was dangerous, my friend. Ooh, let's go.
Oh, no.
Don't.
Oh my gosh, the anti-air command grab into the level 2. Oh, we're gonna go straight into the climax. I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill, but this is gonna be
it doesn't kill
much damage. Oh man, the next interaction is going to be crucial here for Lokof. He has to guess.
Oh, he gets
too high, too tall, man, too tall.
Oh, what a bet over there. Like, he knew that there was no resources to go for the guard point. And the Lokof makes a checkmate situation, forcing Rino to block and taking us to a game number 5, saying, nah, it's only 11 p.m. here in Mexico City. We can go for another hour at least.
You know, that is how I just was reminded that it is currently midnight in my time zone here on the East Coast. So that's how much I've been locked in. These games have been so great. I have lost complete track of time because of everything that's going on the screen before us. And I hope that y'all in the chat are having fun as well, enjoying this great action here in Losers Finals. We are at Game 5 here. Losers Finals between Rino and Lokof, who have fought back from down 0-2 to tie it up 2-2 now, and definitely feeling the heat is Rino. And now we're gonna heat things up here with a JC. Go into the frame trap as well. Level 1 gonna go into the OTG. Do we do the frame kill instead? Nope, just the OTG. Keep things classy. Wow, oh my gosh, but great anti-air ADP into the CDP. Level 1 Ranfu. Oh, catching the guessing.
I don't. This is not a fight anymore, man. This is a brawl. This is a brawl on a bar. They are giving everything out right now. Thank you, gracias al Moñoñu por su raid. Thank you, Moñoñu, for the raid. And de lo importante que ha sido el despertar de Benimaru por parte de Lokof. Benimaru no había hecho nada a lo largo del torneo, y ahorita despertando le ha dado las manos que necesitaba para seguir adelante. I am telling the people, my dear Soma, that how important has been the fact that Benimaru suddenly wake up from Lokof. Like, his Benimaru has been quite asleep during the tournament, And now facing Rino finally wakes up and it's getting a lot of rhythm. And so far, Ryo Sakazaki is controlling Heidern in a fantastic way. Maybe there is no money, but at least there is a belief, there is a path to victory.
Yep, that's all you need sometimes, just a little bit of pocket change in a dream here, but the dream is going to be deferred for Ryo Sakazaki as the crouching or the sweep is going to go right underneath the far C of Mr. Sakazaki. But Benimaru and Kaido coming in, just a little bit of work to be done here. Not a very healthy Heidern here, who was trying to go for the frame trap, but nothing doing here. Lokof has been a lot more patient defensively because Rino has just represented a lot of frame traps with both the Heidern and, well, actually the entire team, really, and that's been how they've gotten a lot of their big hits. So Lokof is just saying, if I got to take the throw, I will, but they run right into the 2C of Heidern. It's a huge button, but you got to be looking out for it, unfortunately.
What a block over there by Lokof. Rino trying to go for the checkmate, but wasn't able to do it. Instead, he jumps over the slash. What a prediction over there by Rino. And that's what happens when you curse a player with the commentator's curse. I was talking about how good his Benimaru was playing, and suddenly he's back into the dormant state. 4 bars for Yamazaki, that's a lot. He can kill with 2 and hit 2 to face Yashiro. Spends 1 for the roll, and we are going to see a lot. Yes! Oh. Everything to get to the last character. I do agree, and this man is dead.
Dead as a doornail, and that is Heidern on out of there. But the menace has been Orochi Yashiro this entire set. Whether it's win or lose, he's been what's kept it close against Lokof in the losses and has run away with it in the wins. And with 3.5 bars in the back pocket and nary 1 to Yamazaki's name, it's gonna be a tough battle for Lokof because he's only got 1 guard cancel to get on out of there. And this same 2B reset pressure has been opening up Yamazaki this entire set and is doing it at the right possible time, but the throw protection not coming out at the right possible time for Rino. They're gonna get put in the corner with the Pit Viper. Oh no!
Extension over there, very smart by Lokof, not spending into the super bot, instead on the uppercut for an extension, and now only 1 touch. This is the moment when the legends are greeting. The guard cancel, so smart over there by Lokof. He's going to win, he's going to establish the reverse 3-0. What a legend over here. Everybody thought he was defeated. And no, he says, I am the strongest in the clan. I am the Lord of Evil, the clan, el Lord del Mal.
Yep, another grand final between Lokof and Kula. We've seen it a million times, and it doesn't get any less hype because Kula coming in on winner's side has been absolutely, the same thing that we've seen every single week. Absolute domination, whether it's been with the Vice, whether it's been with the Benimaru, the dual on especially, it's just been amazing. And the Vice is already in top form, landing that anti-air sleeve to keep Ryo in the corner. Lokof trying to jump on out of there, but the unfortunate truth of that sleeve is if you are wrong, you can eat a big punishment, and they jump right on over the CB in to the B sleeve. But here we go right back on in there with the black end, jumping over the fireball from far C to command some space, and an EX sleeve on the other, or the sleeve into the EX command grab on the other end of it, and we just go on in there with the splash, and Vice with a strong statement to open us up here in grand finals.
Yeah, that's a decisive way to start the first round. Una victoria bastante decisiva para comenzar con el ritmo de Kula y enfrentar a Lokof, que le urge que su Benimaru despierte una vez más. Cuando lo ha hecho se ve imparable, pero por lo pronto lo está controlando de forma fea. La chica perversa, la chica sucia, Vice. Perfecto, ahí está el agarre del aire. Vámonos por el collider. Daño completo que vamos a tener por parte de Lokof. Si decide gastar, no decide hacerlo, pero cae en la trampa. Kula siente el horror, el terror. Lokof hace el castigo adecuado, invirtiéndole todo. He has to get naked. He has to pay for it, but the evil lady is out.
Look, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Get Vice on out of there because he was putting up some numbers on the board. Shots to Pusha T. But here we go. Now Benimaru, again, we were talking about this in the winner's final set, how this is something that Lokof does not want to see. And you can feel the anxiety in both of those DP or these reversal options defensively just did not want to hold down back, and Kula just snuffing it out and saying, you don't have to play the Benimaru mirror if you don't have to, because I'm going to shorten your time here.
It reeks of fear. As you say, it reeks of anxiety and pressure. This is what Kula has been able to apply over Lokof in this first match. Full damage over here, great answer over there, using the resources to wake up with the DP and going for the damage. Let's see, the toxicity is running, a little bit of extra hits over there for Benimaru, and in the middle range, of course, Yamazaki is a beast in the hands of Lokof, but little by little Kula is recovering the pace. Nice air to air, the pressure is on, trying to find something. Lokof is over there, the slash, you're gonna eat that, rolling out of the corner, but still there is no way that Lokof, finally a big mistake from Kula, and he's gonna capitalize out of that. Are you gonna spend the bar? Yes, EX in order to bring the kill. EX Snake Strike, checkmate over there. Lokof is going to bring us to the last character.
Yeah, but unfortunately, all you could do is roll away there if you want to avoid chip damage. So they chose to roll forward, and great coverage there by Lokof with the 2A to catch it. But you had to spend everything in your pockets for that, and that means you got nothing to go against Duolon with. And Duolon didn't even need to use too much of the change in the purse there, because all they had to do was get the EX conversion to secure game one. So Kula, early set advantage here in grand finals over Lokof. And for the people at home, remember, Kula is winner's side. All they got to do is win this first set. Lokof has to win two. So this is a great start for Kula here to get a short set done. But Lokof, we've seen them go down 0-2 and come back. Can we get some same magic here, Colt?
Back into the order, back into selecting it. Only a little bit of a bait that somewhat works. Kula hesitated and changed Dulong for Benimaru in the end. So maybe this is what Lokof has been looking for, a way to fight Dulong with his Benimaru. Let's see if he has the determination to make it happen. The strategic move finally worked for Lokof, but of course he first needs to go over Vice.
Yeah, that's been a tough task, as we've seen so far here, because look at how good they've been with spacing that sleeve. Catching the fireball recovery is crazy work here, but good stuff here. And then we just run up into the Gore Fist, the one frame command grab there. And again, that 2A, 6A frame trap did a lot of work in that winner's final set, and it's done the same amount of work here, and that's good work for Kula and the Vice. So Lokof now on the back foot, and this is where Kula and the Vice love to operate here, because they can just play that sleeve and far C neutral against the Griot that have to try to work to get that pace back in their favor.
Ese rol fue peligroso. Lokof encuentra un impacto, pero no hay reacción para poder confirmar e ir más allá. De todas formas, hay un juego de paciencia en estos momentos que le ha funcionado al de la Ciudad de México. Le ha puesto hielo a la Vice, que le sacó 80% de la vida rapidísimo. Al final se termina gastando barra. Victoria estratégica para el de Puebla, que tiene todo para cerrar. Lo va a tratar de hacer a partir del chip damage. Se entrega Lokof tratando de darlo todo al final. No lo logra. A DP trying to reach the glory, but sadly, my dear Soma, he was unable to clutch.
Yeah, Colt, I think they were trying to read a tech attempt because of the weird, ambiguous situation that was caused after that guard cancel roll. So they were like, okay, I'm going to try to steal my turn back because they're going to be going for throw tech. Nothing doing there. And holding down back was Kula. So that is going to be the point where, once again, won by the Vice. Funky trade there on the extended hurt box of Vice in the sleeve going into the fireball. But here we go. The full jump JCD. Oh, man, here we go. One black end is all you need sometimes. And getting a lot of these air-to-air hits, not going to opt into the anywhere juggle sleeve, but we're going to get the sleeve into the EX Gore Fist. The 2-2B is going to hit, but no conversion after the fact. But look at all of this extra credit that Kula has done with the Vice against Benimaru. And yep, just one swift far C right to the chest of Mr. Nakaido. Gonna force him on out of there. And Yamazaki has 3 characters he's gonna have to burn through if they don't want to go down 0-2 here in Grand Finals.
Let's see, we will see a miracle. Lokof has to work against 3 characters right now. Vice is down to the 40%, but still she has become a nightmare, una pesadilla. As Lokof finally gets that solid hit he needed to take out the vicious girl. That's gonna be it. Still with 100% health, aún entero. Veamos qué puede hacer el Yamazaki de Lokof en contra de Dulon, el flaco que se ha vuelto estelar dentro del equipo de Kula. Let's see, my dear Soma. Fastly, Kula starts with the offensive, and this is the worst case scenario for Lokof, who finds an opportunity.
Yeah, it's just so good with finding the right times to challenge the offensive onslaught from Duolon and Benimaru. Oh, but not that time around. I think I cursed them because they went into the level 1 trying to get on out of dodge, but they cannot dodge all the damage that's going to be done here with the punish. They're not going to be enough to kill, but still puts you in a spot that you didn't want. A health bar deficit against Duolon with Yamazaki is tough to overcome. And yeah, try to run up with the EX command grab, but nobody home. Duolon just jumping onto the other side and then finishing things out very smoothly. And Kula up 2-0 over Lokof, threatening another sweep here, but this time, this ends the tournament.
Yeah, man, let me sing you the song of my people. Ay, Kula. Once again, becoming a legend over here. And the people in the chat would know what I am talking about. I am sure of it. One last match, and Kula looks like he is like unstoppable right here. The change of order doesn't help Lokof a lot, but we have seen him before here. Lo hemos visto en esta situación. He was down 0 against Rino in a similar fashion, and he was able to turn that around. Let's see if he still has that kind of determination in him, my dear Soma.
Yep, step 1 is going to be get rid of the Vice, but again, punishing the fireball startup instead of the recovery this time around. The sleeve has been so good for Kula right now, and it just seems like Lokof doesn't have a really good idea of how to play around that quite yet with Rio. Duel and Benimaru had a little bit of trouble as well, and Benimaru's gonna have to figure it out instead of Rio, because potentially this could be the end of Rio Sakazaki's life. And just when you get that health lead as Kula with either Vice or Duolon, that's exactly what you want against Lokof, because again, they haven't found a good way to circumvent these neutral options that Vice and Duolon have been representing, and another point war being won by Vice.
Está volviendo una pesadilla en estos momentos la Vice de Kula. 80% de vida, está sana, está entera, aunque aquí el Collider va a ser de las suyas. Vamos a ver, mientras la voz de la raza se prende. La pregunta es si puede lograrlo también Lokof. Que bien ahí los cambios ofensivos de parte de Kula, que terminan rompiendo la defensa del de la Ciudad de México, del que juega también para el clan. Le vamos a romper la espalda, se está volviendo loca en estos momentos. Claro que sí, absoluto daño. Y sobre todo control de parte de esta Vice, que no le está dando paz, no le está dando tranquilidad, y le está dando nada más una completa dominación ofensiva a Lokof, que por fin trata de salir en la mitad de la pantalla, tratar de encontrar un impacto que le ayude a hacer algo. Pero ¡uy, los futsis en mi KOF, mi querido Soma!
My goodness gracious. I want you guys to understand the absolute confidence that Kula is playing with. They canceled that 2A6A frame trap and confirmed it into sleeve. And that's something that you are just betting on instead of just going into the 214A. That shows you that Kula is definitely feeling themselves right now, because this Vice is going crazy right now, and Lokof has to do what they can to curtail this momentum. But good delay on the C snake arm to frame trap right there, and then the frame trap once again with 6A had the landing. But here we go, getting level 1 to get on out of there. Didn't quite learn their lesson from the last time, but still, an old dog don't learn new tricks that easily, and it works out this time. Yamazaki getting Vice on out of there, but still a Herculean task ahead of them. Go with the coat.
You are completely right, my friend. Two characters completely healthy, and Lokof has been unable to pass the second character of Kula during all these finals. So he needs to do something, but there is no resources. He will have to become a hero right here, write his own legend with the blood of Dulong, if he is able to do it. en el centro de la pantalla tratando de encontrar algo. Quiere ver si hay una aproximación, quiere encontrar incluso tal vez uno de esos counters que lo han hecho famoso a nivel mundial, pero Kula está jugando frío, Kula está jugando certero y preciso. My dear Soma, I don't know if Kula will give that kind of chance to Lokof.
I don't know, and they're just being so pesky with these 6Bs as well. Not gonna fish for any big hits, but just slowly pestering them. But here we go. The EX Snake Strike not gonna be able to punish the Snake Strike on the other end. And Lokof's Yamazaki lives to see another character the first time. Like you said, Colt, this is the first time we've seen Benimaru come out at anchor against Lokof. So this is Yamazaki doing the most work that he has done all day long. And the work is only going to get even tougher here because Benimaru is sitting at a whole lot of bar right now. And just one EX command grab, one stray 2B, one anything from Benimaru could be disastrous.
Kula trying to play safe. I don't know if this is the right call. Like he's giving some ground. Le está dando oportunidad a Lokof mientras trata de jugar seguro. Es claro, la decisión adecuada is the tactical right choice. Finally, a big mistake over there. I am sure that was a misinput. And Kula is able to close this out with category, with dominance. Ahí está su campeón de la Just Frame 53. Está Kula del MDC. Wow, what a final.
Yep, absolutely. The exact character that you knew that Lokof did not want to see in that situation was that Benimaru. And of course, you know, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point. Once he came in, he just did the darn job. He only had to come in once pretty much at that anchor spot in a high clutch or high stress situation, but just being able to secure it very, very, very quickly. And that is a 3-0 set victory going to Kula, who is now your Just KOF 53 champion.
Congratulations, and congratulations to you, good people on your homes who were able to be witness of all of these magnificent KOF. We told you some of the best KOF in the world, and we did not came short on that promise. And of course, many surprises, which I read on the chat that are going to be dropped yet again. Por ahí me está diciendo el Pog que viene a reanunciar. We're gonna play again that trailer who we showed before. Are you ready for this, Pog? Can you drop one more time? He's trying to.
Certainly, they existed. Those blinded by ambition. Those consumed with vengeance. But here, they do not exist. Only winners and losers here. For here, the mighty rule. Regime Royale, City of the Wolves.
This is for you, Terry.
Let's rap!
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Woo! There you have it. There you have it, people. There's a lot of wolves coming. The pack is forming and the house are approaching. Thank you very much for Just Frame and of course Rom himself, who will be hosting this event this Sunday. Soma, it's time for us to say goodbye. It's time for us to go. Something you want to say to the people before we leave?
all I can say is thank y'all so much for allowing me to be part of such a great showing of KOF. Just Frame has been a tournament series that I've loved watching, and now being a part of it alongside Colt MX has been like career goal type stuff. So this was basically just such a great time, and I hope y'all have had a great time as well. And hopefully I see y'all in some Fatal Fury and continue to see y'all in these KOF 15 streets.
You can better it, my friend. Thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias a Soma por haber estado con nosotros y a todos ustedes que nos han hecho el favor de acompañarnos en esta noche de martes. Recuerden que se vienen los miércoles también de Just Frame y City of the Wolves, pero por lo pronto tenemos que despedirnos como siempre, deseándoles una noche excelente, agradeciéndoles que hayan estado con nosotros y recordándoles que aún quedan muchas batallas que luchar. Nos vemos la próxima. Que estén muy bien. See you guys. Love you. Bye.